Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between, to Generations Behind. I'm one of your hosts, Craig, of Craig's Game Room. To the side of me, the barbarian, Zach, Mr. Zach, daily beating. Zach, how are you today? This
I'm
fine
doing
Saturday
well.
morning.
Yeah, fine Saturday morning indeed. I've got a nice cup of coffee in front of me. I'm talking about Game Boy Advance games, and what else is going good? I don't know. It's just good vibes around here today.
Good
He woke up
vibes.
off his floor, hopped on his chair, and he was like, "I'm ready to record." That's essentially how it went.
There's nothing wrong with sleeping face down on the floor of your game room at night.
Yes,
That's a
before the
normal
show,
behavior of an adult man.
um, Zach made side comment about sleeping on the floor, and Tyler's like, "You just went to bed on the floor?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then he
'Cause
showed us his floor
here,
pillow for when he
for
sleeps on the
context,
floor.
us three and Christian were in a Discord call. Christian and Craig went to bed. Zach and I hung out for a little bit, and then it was like 4 or 5 in the morning. Zach was like, "All right, I beat this game. I'm gonna head off." And then he said that right at that time he just laid on the floor. So then he gave us a demonstration of him just signing off, going right down to the floor.
Normal
He has a
behavior.
he has a pillow down there, so he's comfy.
He's
As
prepared.
long as he's
It's normal
comfy.
behavior. I've slept like overnight in like four different rooms in this house.
And what's the preferable
Honestly,
location?
the couch is great. I love the couch in the living room.
There
Big open room with a fan.
there really might not
Um,
be anything
nice
better
window.
than you're way too tired after watching like a movie late at night, and you're just like, I'll just stay here, and you just close your eyes.
It's so great.
That
But
is a good
sometimes I just
vibe.
do that like for 3 days in a row. That's just how I live my life.
Below us, the luscious slut, Kills Reaper, Game Collecting Reaper. Tyler, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty good, doing pretty good. Here in Pennsylvania, where the weather never has a mind that can, situate how it's going to be. We just had some great weather. It was like 75, nice. Now it's like 30 and fucking cold and windy as shit. Don't know if you might hear it at some point throughout the episode, but it's going.
Bruh, can we
Um,
trade? It's literally in the 90s in Vegas this weekend.
I
Already.
don't
It's
think I don't think I
disgusting.
want the 90s though.
Viva Las Vegas.
I hate it here, dude. It's the
Like
worst.
if it stays like that 70, like the 70's perfect to me. I'm like, yep, I'm ready. But nah, this shit, this windy fucking going back and forth, making my allergies fuck up and shit. Nah, I don't like it. I don't like it. But on that, I'm doing good. Doing good.
It's
Ready to talk
good.
Game Boy Advance. Got a top five made up for y'all.
Yes. We
Ready
are
to
doing
share.
top five Game Boy Advance games for all of you that haven't read the episode title but just started the episode via autoplay on your podcast streaming service of choice.
No
Very excited for
directed.
this. If you haven't been around for our top five episodes, they're usually a hot fucking mess, so it's gonna be a good time. Um,
We need to
what
get
we
those T-shirts started on like Teespring or some shit, dude.
That would be fun. Official Generations Behind merch, and I'm telling you, the top PS2 is still gonna be the best because it's gonna be five number fives, four number fours. That was good shit. Nothing will be funnier to me than Zach's pick of like his number one PS2 game was a GameCube game. He never played on PS2. That
Normal
was
behavior.
that was
It's
gold.
totally fine.
Yeah,
It's
that was
fine.
SSX Tricky, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
it is the
Yeah.
best PS2 game. So
It's fucking not.
that's good shit. We have a couple of audience write-ins. Patrick wrote in. He said, "Patrick," and in parentheses, put, "Holy crap, a field for your name finally." Yes, I finally figured out how to read individual write-ins on Google Docs. Yes, yes, Zach, you have your hand
um,
raised.
am I to assume that in his name he called himself Patrick? Holy crap! I feel for your name finally.
Let me double check. Let
Or
me
did he just put that as the comment?
let me double check that real quick. How did
I
he
really
write
hope
his
his
name?
name was
No, he
Patrick.
did put
Holy
that. He
crap!
put for the fill-in where it says "Tell us your name." He put Patrick in parentheses. Holy crap! A field for your name finally. That is what he put as his name. So
That's Patrick's new
legally,
name.
that is his full government as far as we know. Patrick, you doxed yourself.
That's
Patrick
a big
said,
ass birth certificate. Keep
"I like
going.
to imagine it just wraps around."
It goes around the back.
Patrick wrote and said, "Glad you're back, Craig. Thank you, Patrick. My reign of tyranny can finally continue. I know that the boys were happy to have me gone, but the dictatorship is back.
That's why you can't see
Um,
Zach's fucking ceiling fan anymore. It's gone.
We actually dipped into the generations behind funds and paid ourselves while you were gone.
the funds. That's a good
Yeah.
joke.
We got the all the info. Got the bank statements. It was tax season. Had to file it. You know.
I like to imagine you check the bank statements and they're negative because, like, we owe other people money somehow. Our show does so poorly that we had to pay them to listen.
We've been paying all these people to write in.
That's true. Jason's been on payroll for years just to spite Zach.
Jason's getting paid by the word, so he's making out big.
Jason's the only one getting paid out of all of us, and it's just for the bit. Tellersuit wrote in. He said, "Where's your boy tonight? I hope he is a gentleman. Tellersuit here. Don't have much to say on the Game Boy Advance, but still wanted to say hello to the Gen B boys, and I hope you all had a great week." Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you.
Something about calling myself a Gen B boy just doesn't feel right on the tongue. Has bad mouth feel.
Like you're looped into the wrong gang of people.
Yeah. Yeah, me and my Gen B boys. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, let's not stick with that nickname. I'm with you.
Oh, boys
But-
with a Z. Okay. That's cool. That's cool.
Boys with a Z.
They
But
gotta
thank
have
you.
this-
Thank you for the kind words, just saying hello. I appreciate that. Y'all are allowed to write in just to say hi. Why not? We like seeing who watches. So shout out to the boys. Speaking of the boys, what have the boys been playing? Zach, what have you been playing?
I think. Should I start with the ones that we all have played? 'Cause I know there's at least two of them we've all played.
That's fair. Yeah, why don't we knock them all out together?
Just at least the first two.
Mm-hmm.
I beat RE9.
Okay.
Yay!
Me too.
Me three.
That was a lot of fun. It's my game of the year. Of the games I beat in 2026, which is just RE9. It is my game of the year. I think it'll probably stay in the top 3. I feel like it's gonna be hard to dethrone that one.
Wait. Didn't you beat? Oh wait, no, that game was from last year, wasn't it?
The games I beat of 2026. Apologies.
Okay,
It is the only 2026 game I've beaten. And it was very, very, very good. I think my biggest complaint is I do wish there was a little bit more of some sections of the game, but the parts of the game that I liked, I loved a lot. That had a very fun loop, nice tense atmosphere. So yeah, I don't know if it's my favorite Resident Evil. I'll have to bake on that a little bit, but it's definitely a very good Resident Evil.
I agree. I loved it. And I loved it so much, as we'll get into later, I've played much more Resident Evil afterwards. So it just got me in the survival horror mood. It's not my favorite Resident Evil, but it's definitely second. I am way too blinded by nostalgia for RE4, the original, on the GameCube, because that was the first Resident Evil I ever played. I grew up playing that game. I think I would have been like 10 or 11 when I came up, so it's like Leon Kennedy is just the coolest motherfucker forever in my eyes now.
He still is. He's still the
He
coolest
still is,
motherfucker
exactly. I legitimately, he has to be like top 3 just like video game protagonists. He's just a great character. Like, even all memes aside, Leon Kennedy is a great character. He has a weirdly large amount of depth. Like the shitty action quips and humor are hilarious every time. His delivery is excellent. All of his across like all iterations, he's just such a great character. I love Leon so much. But I also love Grace. I thought. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Have you seen that meme going around of like what Leon's quips would be if he was in other game franchises?
Oh yeah.
I saw one where he was like in The Last of Us. It's like Leon after stopping the entire outbreak. It's like, well, I guess that was the last of them.
Yes.
It's like stupid, but I would love that.
It's very good. But yeah,
when you
go ahead.
brush your teeth. That was a good one.
Yeah, I loved Grace though too. I thought that she was a very good character. I thought the connection to Outbreak was interesting. It makes me want to check those games out, even though I never really had a plan to. But now I'm curious about them, thanks to her connection. And this game really just kind of revitalized, my interest in Resident Evil, because I've always wanted to play more Resident Evil games, but I am kind of a coward, admittedly. All I watch are horror movies, but for some reason, when it comes to horror games, I'm such a wimp. And I think it's just because when you're watching a horror movie, you're not in danger. When you're playing a game, you feel like you're in danger. So
I,
I
I,
I'm in danger.
I saw someone
exactly.
talking about this, how he played the game on the Switch too, so he felt less in danger because when he like contextualizes it, he's like, I'm holding this in my hand. This can't be dangerous. So like playing on the big TV, maybe it feels more dangerous because it's bigger, but if you're holding it portably, maybe it's like, oh, whatever.
Oh no,
This
totally.
is
I,
it's how
I
you
had
hold it in
that
your hand.
thought. I thought about getting like 7 and 8 that way because with those games being in first person, they're also scarier automatically.
Yep.
And I was like, if
Yep.
it's on a screen this big, it's not nearly as scary if it's on a screen this big.
Yeah.
So
This big screen.
I had that thought, but I ended up powering through. I'll talk about that in a little while. But yeah, Resident Evil 9, excellent. I'd be shocked if it wasn't my game of the year. The only real competition it probably has for me is either Fire Emblem Forces Weave if that comes out, which I'm hoping it does, and it probably won't. But if they somehow like nail Life is Strange Reunion and give me the feeling that the very first Life is Strange gave me with Max and Chloe, then it has a chance because that game is just so special to me. But honestly, I doubt it's going to be that good. So
Damn, Craig said, "Fuck Coffee Talk Tokyo." That's not.
no, I love Coffee Talk, I really do. But it's like in the vein of drinking of like liquid drink making game simulators, which there's only two I know of, Valhalla and Coffee Talk. Valhalla is like, as much as I love Coffee
Very
Talk,
fair.
it's like Valhalla's like up here, like off screen compared to it. Like I love
Mm.
Valhalla so much. And Coffee Talk 1 and 2, I don't know if either of them would even be in like my top 5, but I do love those games. So more of a vibe thing than anything else, but I am looking forward to it. So, and the original creator for Coffee Talk is unfortunately no longer with us, so I'm curious how that's going to make a difference on the game as well. So, but I'm still going to support it, just in terms of one, I like the other games, and two, in honor of his legacy, so to say. So,
Nice, nice.
but who knows? I haven't played Big Hops yet, so anything could change. Maybe Big Hops will
Big
be
Hots
the
is
one.
so
I know you
good, and
like that.
I'm so upset Zach put it down. Like I was like, damn.
I put it
All
down
right.
parentheses positive, and God of War I put it down parentheses negative.
Well, God of War makes sense. I didn't even fuck. I'm a huge God of War fan. I didn't even fucking buy it because I was like, this isn't what I want. Like I was like, this is dumb. But especially, I don't know. I wonder how it would have been. Granted, if we never had the leaks leading up to it. Like everybody's like, oh, we got a Metroidvania coming. It's a God of War one. Everybody's like, oh shit, we're gonna have like Chains of Olympus, all this stuff. Just and or not Chains of Olympus, Blades of Chaos. That's what I meant. Um, and then we got that, and I was like, huh? But
Tyler, I'm sorry, but I just realized. Did you play Resident Evil 9, right?
oh yeah, I
You
was
talked
getting
about
to
it
that
last week,
point.
though. To be fair.
Oh, he
Hey,
talked about it last week.
listen,
Okay, sorry.
listen. I talked about it last week, but like I didn't
Okay.
finish it. Since then I'm a changed man. I played it 3 times. Okay, all right. So as
Yeah. So
Craig
give us the
says,
rundown.
when a game comes out I really like, as Craig says, I play it like I'm unemployed. So Resident Evil 9, I played it like I'm unemployed.
Yes.
Um, came out and I got it digitally because I mentioned before Jonathan and I game share, so I got it for like $35. So
Not
yeah,
bad. Not bad.
works for me. Um, which sucks because I really wanted to get that deluxe edition, and then it got sold out everywhere, and then I was like, fuck. But anyway, so yeah, played through the game. uh, Leon always great. Grace in the beginning, I was like iffy with her, but then as her character develops towards the end, like I feel like she's a really good character, and I hope she returns in the series. Um, and as for how I played it, my first playthrough, because I had to go for the platinum, I needed it. First playthrough, I did no healing, all collectibles. I think that was pretty much it. So then it gave me enough points, so I was able to get unlimited ammo. So I got the unlimited ammo, and then I did my speed run with it with unlimited ammo. So Grace, when she has the Requiem, it's just unlimited ammo. You literally just one shot everything. And then when you play the Leon part, there's like no enemies because you killed them all as Grace. But yeah, so I did I did a speed run, no blood collector, and something else. And then for the last one, it was the hardest difficulty, but I had an unlimited ammo RPG. So yeah,
That'll help.
that was pretty easy too. They add like extra enemies and stuff on the hardest difficulty, which was a little iffy, but and then I fucked up on the one part where when this ain't that spoilery, but when you're like all that glass on the floor and you could fall, you know what I'm talking about? So I shot a dude with the RPG and the whole floor just fell and I was just like, "Oh, I could die like that. Okay, can't use this." But
That's funny.
That's
I was
funny.
like, "Yep."
I
Um
think it's crazy. Your first run was a no healing run. Like it just like baffles my mind.
I want to go back. I think the next one I want to do is 3 and get the platinum on 3 and I kind of want to go from there because I do want to play the others. I still got to buy 8, but I have all the other ones.
Hmm. Eight
So,
is also on the PlayStation Plus like middle tier if you have that. So,
oh, it is?
hmm,
I had the premium one, so I could definitely get that.
yeah,
Nice, nice.
I
But
noticed
yeah,
that because I put the disc in for 8, and it showed me that I could just download it via PS Plus, and I was like, oh, I'm like, I guess I didn't have to get my lazy ass off the couch and put the disc in, but did it anyway.
nice.
But yeah,
I wonder if
Resident
I
Evil
should try
9.
one of them in VR since I
I
have the
I
VR.
could never. I am way too much of a wimp. No, never. You couldn't pay me.
Well, it would be 8 because 7 you need the PS4 one, I think. I don't think they ever updated it, but 8
Mm,
you could. So, well, 8
interesting.
and 4. But yeah, RE9, great. It's my game of the year so far. So we
Yeah.
shall see.
Yeah, it's early, but I think we're all in agreement that it'll actually probably be kind of tough to beat because it's that good.
Yeah, I'm gonna play more of it today. Probably, I'm gonna continue my speed run, my speed run, and then hopefully do that hard mode difficulty run after that. Because I don't want to stop playing it yet.
What was
Getting
your
on the list.
final time for your first run, Zach?
Well, okay, so I don't. The time was like 23 hours. I must have paused the game or
Oh my
something and like
god!
left
He
it.
felt, he felt,
Just stood there because I was like, I don't think I played for 23
well,
hours.
I
the
don't know if
pause
it's
menu
possible to
actually.
take that
Well,
long.
maybe I was standing there. I don't know. I was like, I don't think I took that long, but
You
maybe
might
I
have
did.
if you left the briefcase or not like your storage thing open, the timer keeps going, but if you pause it, it stops. So you might
I
have
don't know.
like
I did
yeah.
a lot of back and forth, like backtracking and like going to the box a lot. But I was like, 23 seems like a long time, but I don't
That
know.
does seem very long to be honest. I think I think my time was like it was somewhere it was under 9 hours. So,
That's what mine was.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
yeah I don't know what counts and what doesn't count. It's very
If you
strange, but I
pause, it
know
stops. I'm pretty sure because
yeah,
I
and
was
I
looking at the
think
speed
I
run.
think cutscenes also
Yeah.
don't count. I read so which makes sense. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
that's equal across all Resident
No.
Evil games
I
though.
just I just skipped all those on my speed run. I was like, we're going. We're going.
You want to know an
Yeah.
even
Four
scarier
hours is
game?
a lot of leeway. Gives you like I did in like 2 something.
Yeah, I
So
remember it being very quick your second time that you sent us.
yeah.
So,
You want
What's
to know an even
scary games
scarier
that
game?
what's
what?
scarier?
Imagine a world where everyone's dead and you wake up on an island by yourself and some crazy eldritch horror spaghetti monster comes towards you, and then you have to rebuild his town and bring back all the Pokemon.
Yeah, that happened to my buddy Dave once.
Poor Dave.
Poor Dave. Yeah, Pocopia is also very fun. I've been having a lot of fun with Pocopia. It's a good like whiplash from RE9 to Pocopia. Like
It's the
it's like the
Barbenheimer
low
of games.
it's like the most low stakes thing in the world. Nice. The music is so good. I've been loving the music. It's like it feels like they took like Gen 1 Pokemon music and then like infused it with Animal Crossing and then just like
Yeah.
made a whole soundtrack out of that. It's very good.
Yeah, I remember when you were streaming it, I was the first thing I thought. I was like, this is very much like Wild World era Animal Crossing remixes. It's so good.
Yeah. I've been loving it. I've only played like 10 hours. I'm taking it really slow. I'm in the second area. But I'm having fun. I built up some stuff in the first area. Have a nice little farm. I've got some flowers, decorating the place how I want. But I decided to move on to the next area and make some progress. Because I want to go back and eventually I want to go back and like really redo all the areas. But I think I'm going to beat the game first to get all the tools available to me first, and then I'll go back and
You
really
just
clean
gotta
things up.
you just gotta build up your pallet town.
That's true.
Yeah, it seems to be
I
the
did find
move
that
is
place.
to blast through it so you have all the tools. But I have seen people pretty much just recreate Kanto, which is really cool, like section by
Yeah,
section,
I've
which
seen
is
that. Like Route
really
1
dope.
and all that
Honestly,
shit.
I'm big into that idea.
Yep.
Tyler,
Uh,
how you feeling about Pocopia?
Pokopia, another game I played like I was unemployed. Um, I have I think my Switch says 40 hours or more on this game, and that was since Monday. We were recording on Saturday, so
So definitely more.
so I definitely put a lot of time in Pokopia. The first town I was kind of taking it a little slower. Then I was like, I kind of just want to like get through this, get everything. Music's great. Also, whenever you get to I mean, it's not really a spoiler because they revealed it, but DJ wrote on. And you can play all the discs and stuff. That's pretty neat. The only, I mean, the only gripe I have with that is like it's only in that vicinity of him, so like you can't just put a CD in and you run around still listening. I wish
Mhm.
because
Lame.
there's some crazy ass soundtracks in it. I would like the attention to detail with them, because like if you look at the soundtracks, depending on which region they're in, like it'll be like red and green in the middle for like Gen 1 music, and then it'll be like gold and silver for 2,
Oh,
red and
that's
blue
cute.
for 3. Yeah, so you can kind of tell like what they're from. I have a whole bunch. I made a whole storage box just filled with them because I'm trying to get all these unknown slabs currently. But yeah, overall, Pocopia, really fun, addicting game. Um, Discovering the habitats, finding different things. Um, it also gives me an appreciation for like Pokemon that I normally wouldn't care about. Like you'll have something pop up, like
Like
I don't
Ivysaur.
know. Yeah, yeah, fuck Ivysaur, but like Ivysaur will pop up, and I'll be like, fuck this guy, but he's kind of cool in this game. He actually does something. But
Y'all have no taste.
but yeah, I feel like it does that. I like how the first legendary you encounter talks like he's from Texas. Never would have thought about that.
Yep.
Um, and Magikarp likes to say yo a lot, but
I
yeah.
laugh so hard when you see Magikarp.
He's
Yo,
just
where
fine,
am
like,
I?
yo, what am
He's great.
So stupid. Why is there no voice acting? Imagine if you just heard that. Man, you didn't see the voice box, but you just heard that. Like, what the hell is that? And it's a flopping fish. How funny would that be?
So good.
And Magikarp's actually really useful in this game because you learn jump. Like, that's helpful.
Splash
That's
is useful
helpful.
for the first time.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
there's only one ability I'm missing. It's because I missed a side quest. I got to go back and do
uh,
it. But
but yeah, for those of you that don't know, Pocopia, basically like Pokemon, Animal Crossing, Minecraft all in one. It's a lot. It's actually an overwhelming video game in my opinion. But it's
there's a
because
lot
there's
going
just so much to do. But it is a good vibe. Turn off your brain. Like you move at your own pace. There's not really a goal. The goal is kind of whatever you want to do. Rebuild areas, but even that you don't have to. You can kind of just explore and build with your surroundings. It's very much like Minecraft in that way, um, and it's great. It's a great time. I could see this being, the game I play slowly over the course of a year or two, like in Animal Crossing. Um, and it's nice just because it's something different. New Horizons is about 6 years old now, so to have a game that kind of fills that void, that's has enough differences. Because I think that between the Pokemon, Minecraft, Animal Crossing thing, I think it's the least Animal Crossing of the three. Like it has that social element with your villagers, but really it's more about like just like the being in the world of Pokemon and building stuff. So and big part of why it's so good is because it's made by the people who made Dragon Quest Builders, which I actually didn't know until recently, and I was like that totally checks out because Dragon Quest Builders was dope as hell. Dragon Quest Builders was basically Pokopia, but with combat instead of the social elements for the most part, if I remember right. It's been a long time since I played it, but I remember it being very fun. So
Yeah, oh, go ahead, Tyler.
I was gonna say one thing I can say about this game. Zach could probably speak a little more on it because he has more familiarity with it in different games.
mm-hmm.
I feel this game sells the mouse mode for the Switch too. Like
I've heard
this
that.
game is great
Well,
with
drag and
what I
drive stole the mouse mode, but let's
well,
continue.
that's
Carry
why I
on.
said you can talk more on this. But yeah, you do you. Um, but I remember when I first heard like this game got mouse mode, I was like, oh, let me try it out. I put the right Joy-Con down. I'm just like breaking blah. I'm like, this is a lot simpler and it's like easier and it's such a
If
joy to actually have and use.
if you've played Procopia, and you thought the building and breaking stuff was a little clunky, and you've also played Minecraft and you wish it was more like that, just play mouse mode, and it's like, hey, what if this is actually just Minecraft? What if like you could place things like Minecraft and destroy things like Minecraft, and it just felt more
Yeah.
fluid and natural.
I just
The
don't have
downside
an
is,
ideal setup to play that way. Is the unfortunate thing because it seems like it'd be
Dude,
the better way to
I
experience
used
it,
my right Joy-Con on the arm of that fucking futon.
and it
That's
worked
what I
well.
did. Yeah, I was just
Okay.
going around this one and I was just breaking shit and building with that one. It worked.
I always hit the caveat when I talk about mouse mode, like I have a large desk that is a mouse pad. The whole thing is mouse pad. So it's like I have the perfect setup for mouse mode.
Yeah.
But some people like Nintendo's like, oh, you can play on your pant leg. I'm like, no, you can't. Stop that. You can stop saying you can do that.
Like it's
It
not that
doesn't work.
easy.
But yeah, Craig, you mentioned this game's a little overwhelming. Sometimes when you play a game and you're enjoying it, and as it's going, you see like, oh, I'm going to spend 50 hours, 100 hours, 150 hours. It's like it builds.
Yeah.
Pocopia, the second I started the game, it was like, hey, you could spend 500 hours in this game. I'm like, oh God, okay, chill out. Like
Probably
it's
just in this
so
first area if you really wanted to.
the second it starts, it's like there's unlimited time you could spend here, and it's a little that's a little scary. But I'm trying to just like you said, like what if I just play it like Animal Crossing, like over the course of a year, I play a few hours a week, that kind of thing, and then look back on it after a year, and it's very proud of the work I've done, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We'll see.
Another thing I really like about this game is the story and the lore to it.
I've heard
As you're
it's
finding
weirdly good,
documents.
so
Yeah, as you're finding documents like throughout the cities and as you go and you're like exploring, you like start to learn bits and pieces of it. And once you get to the end, you kind of figure out what happened. But yeah, it's pretty good. I like that Pokemon starting to take this like weird approach to their storytelling, like Scarlet and Violet. It's like, oh hey, your parents dead. But then in this one, it's like another crazy
Everyone's
ass
dead.
thing. But
they're
are
just gonna
they?
keep killing life.
Are they dead? No. But yeah, R.I.P. Professor Oak. No, I'm kidding.
I like that they keep doing all these different these gameplay genres also. I think it'd be really cool if they did like a Pokemon FromSoft crossover. It's like this dark FromSoft Eldritch horror, and you're like slaying these like scary giant versions of Pokemon. That'd be pretty sick. They
That'd
should
be
do
fun.
that.
The world yearns for HP Lovecraft
That,
Pokemon.
Exactly.
that's truly what Dustbloods is. It's part of the Gen 10 games.
Oh man, that'd be great.
How amazing would that be if they showed a trailer for Dustbugs again, and instead of seeing Dustbugs, you see Pokemon winds and waves?
We get to I get
You
to
got
kill
Gekla fighting with a sword or some shit.
what's that damn
Bonbon
Mr.
is the knight.
Windy Chew and Mrs. Wavy Chew. You get to cut them in half.
I think
We're
I would
having
like to do
Pikachu
that to them,
dinner.
actually.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
Pocopia
yeah,
is fun.
Fucking rat.
Yeah, Pokopia. It's Pokopia, right?
I say Pocopia.
Okay.
Like
I think they said in the
Pokemon,
treehouse, they said Pokapia, but like I'm not calling
they
it
said
Pokapia.
both if you go back and listen.
Did
That's
they?
obnoxious.
They're fucking with us.
What the? They're like, we don't even know.
Why is it
But-
the Pokemon company specifically that never clarifies on how to pronounce anything?
Well, I'm thinking it's like with Pokemon and Utopia. Pocopia. Pocopia. That's how I do it.
That's what I've been calling it, so I'm gonna stick with that.
Yeah, game sucks. All right, what else have you been playing, Zach?
And then these are games I think that y'all have played. I finally finished Kingdoms of the Dump.
Yay! You
for
talked
everyone who
about that a
doesn't
long
listen-
time ago.
Yeah, it's a 16-bit like SNES era inspired based RPG where you play as a trash can. And my biggest worry with this game was I thought it was like you're in a trash world and you're a trash can named Dustin Bensley. Very funny. I thought
Very
that
funny.
the gimmick was going to wear off. It didn't. It was genuinely like a surprisingly like well-told story, which is kind of blew my mind as we were going through. I was like, oh, this is actually not awful, and it was actually pretty good, and the jokes are still funny. It worked out pretty well. So it's not super long experience. You could it's depending on how much side content you do, it's probably like 20 to 30 hours. I landed on the like closer to 30-hour mark. But I also did some of the post-game side stuff or the late game side stuff. Like many of these games, you're traversing a world map, and by the end, you may or may not get a way to go around the whole world map very fast and go do a bunch of cool side quests. So I
Classic.
very much enjoyed that. Yeah, it was great. The music's actually really good. Specifically the overworld map and the final vehicle you get The theme song for that is very good. But yeah, I really liked it. I think I'm gonna actually make a video on it because I ended up enjoying it more than I thought I would as the
Nice.
game went on.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
curious about that one. Only on Steam right now, right?
yeah, and you can kind of see the complaints about the game, the downsides. You can tell this is a like first game for somebody. Sometimes the seams are showing like there are some weird visual errors that like doesn't didn't really bother me, but like sometimes you just like can like run through some like a wall that like looks like a wall because they didn't like put a barrier there. I did get a couple frustrating late game crashes on one particular side boss.
Mm.
I hadn't crashed a single time, and on this one boss, I crashed 3 times. So something is like just wrong with that boss. So there's a little bit of that like smaller developer stuff there, but it didn't bother me for most of the game. There's just a couple moments where it's like, oh, okay, that was a little weird, but I'll just push that to the side. Um, it's a game about trash made by they call themselves real janitors. So I guess they were worked as janitors and they made a video game. So I'm like,
Hell
hell
yeah,
yeah, good for y'all.
I'm into it.
Um, but yeah, Kingdoms of the Dump on Steam. And the last thing, another small indie flick from a small company, Mario Tennis Fever. This
I was
game,
like, what the fuck is Martin
Yeah,
Fev?
on our what we've been playing, he wrote Martin Fev, and I was trying to figure out what this was.
Mario Tennis Fever. Um, so here's what I'll do. I don't want to be that guy up here like white knighting for Nintendo.
Why not?
This game is
That's your whole
actually
thing.
pretty fun. This game is actually no, it's not. No. This game is actually pretty fun.
Are there any
$70
games on
fun.
your GBA list that aren't a Nintendo game?
They're not all developed by. Well, I won't spoil it. Anyway, um, Martinez Fever being $70 is a little bit gross because it feels like Mario Tennis Aces, but they've switched out the gimmick. So you've got the same core gameplay as Aces, but with a different gimmick. And most of the gameplay is, hey, you're playing tennis. I have not even touched the story mode yet because I've heard it's not good. I've been playing the challenge mode and the regular tournament mode. And the challenge mode is really cool. It has fun ideas of like variations to play the game, but at the end of the day, it's just a long list of like play as Blooper against Rosalina on this stage. And it's like they're just like making different challenges that is keeping the game fun. And it's like have a good diverse like experience. But at the end of the day, like them making a list of challenges, does that make it worth $70 just because you made like a Super Smash Bros. Melee event match list? Like I'm gonna play them and I'm having fun doing it, but I don't know necessarily what they added or changed to this game to justify a full $70 for this one.
It's just because
That being said,
Mario's in the title. I mean,
it's just because Mario's in the
yeah.
title. Yeah, I know why it's happening, and I also don't necessarily think it deserves the 70.
Hmm.
But I am having a good time with it. I imagine I'll put a similar amount of time in this one as like I'll put in other games I don't have a problem spending $70 on. So I don't know. Maybe I just feel like because it's a Mario Tennis game and most of the game is stuff we've seen before, it doesn't feel like it's worth the full price. But it is a good Mario Tennis game. I don't know. It's fun.
Is it the best Mario Tennis game?
I don't have a whole. I didn't play the Game Boy Color one yet, and I know people swear by that game, similar to
I've
Game
heard
Boy
good things
Color
about
Mario
the Wii
Golf.
U one.
I've heard bad things about the Wii U.
I'm
Okay, you
joking.
joking there?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
So I've heard
famously
very
disliked
bad things.
video game.
Okay, I was
If
like,
anyone were
what?
to talk, if anyone were to talk highly of it, it would be Zach. But
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I liked Aces enough to play some online matches. I
Mhm.
like Fever a little bit more than Aces, if that makes any sense.
Mhm.
And I've got maybe 10 hours in it so far, and I have not touched the story mode yet. So if that says anything. You know, we'll see.
We'll see indeed. Mario Tennis Fever, Game of the Year
I think
2026.
no, it's actually Martin
It'll be in
Fev.
my top 3 when I finish it. So
Martin Fev is gonna be up there.
Martin Fev.
Oh, that's really funny. Tyler, we talked about RE9. We talked about Pokopia. Tell us about Pokemon Fire Red.
All right, so Pokemon Fire Red, the first 2 minutes of the game, I've been overseeing for a very long time.
Are you just shiny hunting?
Yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Come on.
No.
So I'm trying to get as much as I don't need it because I have a shit ton of shiny Charbanders on Pokemon Go that I could just transfer over. I already have a shiny Charizard, but I'm like, damn, I should actually kind of shiny hunt in this game. So, and you could do
It
it
would
with
be
one
sick.
hand. It would be going through Kanto
Be pretty
for the
cool.
49th time with a shiny Charizard. Like, pretty neat. So, yeah, I'm trying to get excited over miscolored Pokemon. And yeah, I mean, I just sit there like this, Joy-Con in one hand, keep tapping A, nickname pops up, you hit B. It's not, you go to the summary, it's not shiny. So then you just hit all four buttons, the A, B, X, Y, and then it resets, and then you just keep doing it over again. So that's my gameplay experience of Pokemon Fire Red.
How many hours have you been doing this?
I haven't tracked the hours. I'd have to look on my Switch,
Yeah,
but
go open it now. I want to judge you.
open it now.
Yeah, grab your Switch too and let us know how many hours you put into
I've
Pokemon
got mine
Fire
right here.
Red.
Let me just pop it up. Let me see if it says yet.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
My
Yeah.
biggest fear shiny hunting with soft reset sets is like getting in the
It says
zone.
3 hours or more. 3 hours or
Okay.
more. So not
All right,
not
that's not
awful
too
yet,
bad.
So
but
it's not terrible.
Yeah. I've seen people
I
that
want to
are at
play
like 30
the
hours
game.
and still trying to get their shiny started.
I've
So,
been I follow this guy on YouTube, and he's last time I checked, it was the beginning of the week, and he was like 49 hours in, but he's doing three at one time, and he still didn't get it, trying to get a Bulbasaur. And I was just like, damn. I
I
I
hope it
saw
think
on
I'm
don't take
past
Twitter
me
the.
that long. If I hit like
somebody
10 hours and I don't have it, I'm gonna start playing the game because
yeah,
yeah,
that's a
fuck
lot.
that. I'll shiny hunt Deoxys though, because that'll be kind of neat. But the ret, no, not good.
Yeah, I'm past full like 1 in 8, 192 odds shiny hunting. I'm not doing that anymore. I will. I'll do all the fun like shiny charm stuff and the other like weird gimmicks they introduced to like better the odds, but full on one
Did
in
you
eight
know
thousand. I'm not doing that anymore.
there is a way to kind of like mess with your fire red and leaf green, like by naming the PC boxes, you can like make certain things spawn and turn shiny and get like unlimited of an item and stuff. I had no
This is
idea that was a
crazy.
thing. Like you just got to go name the PC boxes certain things, and then so like people are completing their Pokédex in fire red and leaf green since right now you can't.
Mhm.
But like they're getting the Umbreon, they're getting the Espeon stuff just by doing. That. I was like, I didn't even know that was a fucking thing.
Especially if
Like,
there's no
Yes,
other ways. Like, who cares? If they're not going to
yeah,
give
at
you the
that point,
feasible way to do it, it's like, fuck it at that point.
yeah. But yeah, so that's my experience with Fire Red. It's Fire Red. Professor Oak's a nice guy. Gary's a jerk. Well, in my game, his name is Matt, but yeah, Matt's a jerk. Um,
I was going to say, speaking of shiny hunting, I saw somebody on Twitter that shiny hunted the
the
uncatchable
Minster.
Marowak in Lavender Town,
Oh,
and I thought that was really funny.
why?
I was like, what a
that's really
colossal
fun.
waste of time. I love this person. I thought that was hilarious to do it just for the
That is
love
Yes,
of
so
I
the
funny.
finally
game.
got it. Let's kill
Just for
it
the love of
now.
the game.
I have seen shiny Zigzagoon in Pokemon Emerald, the first encounter.
Hmm.
I've seen someone pull that before.
That's one
That
you
was very
can't
funny.
Yeah,
catch either, right?
Yeah, so it's the
Yeah,
first battle where you have to fight it. Yeah.
that's rough.
I would just reset my game so I don't have to deal with it. I'd be like, no, not doing it.
I wish that in like the old games there would be like a weird way for like your opponents to have random shiny Pokemon. That'd be fun too if that was
I
added
wish it
into
was like
their elements.
I wish if your rival had a shiny, if it would like stay that way the whole game.
That'd be really cool.
I
That'd
know,
be
I know. In Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, you know when Wally catches a Ralts,
Hmm.
it can be shiny, but then it's not shiny when you battle him.
yeah.
It's just
That's
gone.
lame. Wish it stayed that way. That'd be cool.
I was watching this one guy live stream a Nuzlocke for Leaf Green. He died the first time. He started the second time. His Bulbasaur was shiny. He was like, "What?" I was like, "Second time? Like the hell?"
Yeah, I've never done
But
full odd shiny hunting because it just sounds miserable. I've only ever done it
it
after
is.
like getting a shiny charm, so
Yeah.
I don't
It's not
hate
like the things
myself
in
enough.
Scarlet and Violet where we could just be running around the same world, and I'm like, "Oh, shiny! Oh, shiny! Oh, look at that!"
Yeah, you were catching them like there was no tomorrow. That was crazy.
It was fun.
All right, time for my list of games. We talked about RE9, we talked about Pokopia, but I also I am drinking that fucking Kennedy Kool-Aid right now. I'm all over the Resident Evil franchise.
Which Kennedy? Which Kennedy?
Don't worry about it. Um,
Okay.
big fan of whatever number president. So I have beaten Resident Evil 9. That was the game I played right after Resident Evil, or I've beaten Resident Evil 7 right after I beat Resident Evil 9. Me and my wife are playing through RE7 and RE8, beat 7. We're almost done with 8 now. We've been doing the old pass the controller back and forth every once in a while to each other so we could both play. And we're having a good time with it. RE7 is absolutely horrifying. It definitely stops being scary probably like 2/3 of the way through. The horror really starts to die down, and it kind of just becomes a little bit more tedious and unfun. Honestly, RE7 is really carried by its first half. The Baker House is great and scary and very well done. RE8, as of right now, my least favorite Resident Evil. We'll see if that changes. I really hate the going back to the village every time. I find it a little obnoxious. I think the game peaked a little early by going to the Dimitrescu Castle because it's definitely the coolest environment in the game. It would have been cooler to have that be the final area. I think it would maybe make the game be on more of a high note. Yes, sir?
7 and 8, you play the same guy, right?
Yes, Mr. Ethan Winters. And they're
Oh,
both first person. There is DLC to where you can play 8 in third person, which I thought about buying because it comes with the story DLC anyway. But these games were designed to be played in first person, so I'm like, even though it's scarier and I'm a wimp, I'm gonna tough through it and just play it the way it's meant to be played. But it'd be cool to replay it in third person, right, and play it in a different perspective, just like how I want to play 9 again and play it the way it was meant to be played, because I played Grace in third person just because I had the option and I was a wimp. But I want to play through it in first person, and it'll be less scary the second time around where I kind of know it's coming, so I think I could handle it in first person. But I am questioning the people that play Leon in first person in RE9. That seems very weird to me.
The speedrunners are doing it. I watched a speedrun, and I think it's just easier to line things up.
That's fair.
And I did get the trophy for getting the 3 shots on one thing because I saw someone do it in a speedrun in first person. I'm like, oh, I'm going to turn it in first person and do that real quick. And I got the trophy. I was like, oh,
Hell yeah.
nice.
There you
But
go.
yeah, so RE7, very good, and RE8, pretty good. But they're very strange because it's like, I feel like they got the puzzle element, but there is just something about Resident Evil where Resident Evil doesn't feel Resident Evil to me in first person. Makes it feel, I don't know, there's something about either the fixed camera angle or the over the shoulder that we got when they started doing RE4 onward that just feels more Resident Evil to me. And I also just kind of hate Ethan Winters as a character. I think he's kind of obnoxious, to be honest. So that also doesn't help. But, in terms of just like being good video games, they are good video games. But, as I'm playing through the series like a madman, it's like 7 and 8 are definitely like towards the bottom so far from what I've played, which isn't a ton, but a decent amount now. So, and then after that, actually, while we were on a call last night, boys, I did beat Resident Evil 1 remake, the 2002 GameCube version of the game. I had started this game and fallen off of it multiple times throughout the years because I don't have survival horror brain. I cannot remember what's in what room and where. It's like, unless the newer games are nice, they tell you a bit more of what your objective is, and in this game it's just kind of like you're gonna find a piece of wood, figure out what to do with it, you dumb bitch. And it's very difficult sometimes, but it is very rewarding when you are able to figure it out on your own. I think it said my final time was about 9.5 hours. I probably played the game for about 6 hours guideless, and then after a while I was like, I don't know what to do, and then I had to look up what to do, and I was kind of ashamed because I would have been proud if I could have beat it on my own, but in my heart of hearts I don't really think I'm smart enough to have done it. I really don't think I could have done it without a couple of helpful tips telling me where to go and what to do, because some of the puzzles are pretty obtuse, and sometimes it's like, I don't know, there's so many rooms in this damn mansion you just don't remember where you're going, or like it's like you went into a room once when you started the game and you picked up like an item in there, so it shows the room is green and is done. You don't think about it again, but you have like a piece of a puzzle you found 2 hours later and you needed to go back in that room to unlock another room, and it's like I would have never remembered that. So it's I think some people's brains are just more maybe photographic or just have better memory. For me, it's like I walk into 2 different rooms and I forget where we're in the last 3 already. So I did my best, but I loved it though. It was great. The atmosphere is incredible. The Spencer Mansion, probably one of the best environments in any video game ever. I love the Spencer Mansion. I really want to go back and play the PS1 version now just to see the differences. I think that'd be really cool. And I plan on playing the whole Resident Evil series now, so I don't know if I'll play them all this year, but at this rate, I might get pretty close. So, because I'm about to beat 8, I beat 1, and that'll be 4 Resident Evil games beaten in a row. And it's like I'm not tired of it yet, so I'm having a great time.
Hell yeah.
I'm absolutely loving it. And it's fun because, as mentioned on the show before, my wife, she's not the biggest gamer, but she does love Resident Evil, so it's a fun thing for us to actually be able to like play side by side because she enjoys it more than watching me play some fucking Digimon story time stranger anime bullshit. So but yeah, having a good time. RE7, just for those of you that might be wondering, told me my final time was 6.5 hours, so on the shorter side as well. And then RE1 remake, I think it said it took me like 9.5-ish hours, which I think is considered very slow for a playthrough of Resident Evil 1. But you know what? I did it. It's fine. I'm proud of myself. Next for me, I'm sorry to fucking put you asleep, Zach. Jesus Christ.
No, sorry, my coffee's running low. I'm
so
sorry.
Fucking boring talking about Resident
Sorry, I
Evil.
haven't left this room. I've been sleeping on the floor for the last 2 hours. I did get good sleep last night.
His roommate's like, "Is he okay?"
Oh no, she knows where I am.
Somewhere
She wakes
in the
up
house.
and nobody's next to her, fucking on the floor again.
Yeah, literally, yeah. Deadbeat.
That's funny. Next for me, threw a little bit of Game Boy Advance in my play cycle because we're doing a Game Boy Advance episode, and I was like, what's a random Game Boy Advance game I always wanted to try and never did? And I decided to play some Pocky and Rocky with Becky. So video game collectors will know this is one of the most expensive Game Boy Advance games ever. Complete in box is like $1,000 game. Very expensive, very low print Natsume game. The original Pocky and Rocky games 1 and 2 for Super Nintendo, also very expensive games. These are weird because they're kind of like shmups, but you're not like on a rail. So it's like you have free movement. You could go forward, backwards, and like the screen doesn't keep scrolling. But it has very much shmup elements, and you're like, it's very much about like, you know, like yokai, like ghosts, kind of like tales and things like that. So it has interesting enemy variety, and they're just cute little shoot 'em up games. They're fairly difficult, but not impossibly hard. It's a very short game. When I looked up a long play, it was like half an hour long. And there's only like 8 levels, and I'm on the 6th level, so it's like very, very short and beatable. I just need to pick it back up. It was one of those games that I was just playing on my lunch break at work with the old reliable Backbone, which I highly endorse that product, even though they don't pay me. Go ahead, Tyler.
Is it hard or is it like okay? Like I remember I was playing Pocky Rocky Reshrine, and I could just be bad, but that shit was kind of difficult, and I was just like, damn.
You know, it's like a lot of these kind of games. It's about pattern recognition, but
True.
You know, as somebody who sucks at shmups, I don't think Pocky and Rocky with Becky is that difficult. So, and I'm someone that's not good at shmups at all. Like I've never been able to beat the hardest boss without giving any spoilers in Undertale, for example. So, and people that are like experienced with shmups always say that boss is a pushover, and to me, it's one of the hardest bosses I've ever faced in a video game. So,
if you want to play a real shmup, you could beat Sonic Frontiers on the hardest difficulty.
That's true. You could,
because you get a shmup final boss for it.
This is very strange.
I forgot about that.
Dude, shout out to the shmup levels in Kirby Planet Robobot as well. I love a good shmup level in a game that's not a shmup. One of my favorite random things. Big fan.
Mario Land?
That's true, right? Forgot about that. See? That's the secret to making a good video game. Put a shmup level in it, even if it's not shmup. Or, like, a good amount of fights in Nier Automata. Awesome. Good shit. Really good shit.
We're talking to you from Saw. Put it in Dust Bloods.
There you go.
Give us a shmup next.
And then, last game I've been playing a little bit, chipping away. I wanted to beat it before this episode just in case it would make my top 5. I did not finish it, unfortunately. But that's Pokemon Emerald. I am 5 badges in, having a good time. I will say, not the biggest fan of the Hoenn decks, I'm realizing. It's not bad, but I definitely prefer, like how we talked about Gen 2 last episode. I think that that's a bit more of lot of solid additions. There's still good ones. Like I got, I like Skitty. I like what's the one with like the speaker ears, like Loudred. Like I think he's really cool. There's a couple of really
Wismer, Wismer Loudred
yeah.
Explorer.
I like there's some cool ones like that. Is this where we got Crobat or whatever, or is that Gen 2?
Gen 2.
This is Gen
Okay,
2.
yeah. So that's 1 point less for Hoenn, unfortunately.
There's a
But
lot of cool ones in Hoenn, but a lot of them are kind of like more so towards the end, like when you get Trapinch and
mhm,
Bagon and Aeron's kind of early if you want an Aggron.
that's true.
You can get Trapinch after the third gym, right?
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Just in the little desert area.
Yeah, what's the little
Once you get the goggles.
the little like iron steel guy? What's his name?
That's Aeron.
Yeah, I do like Aeron too. So actually, you know what? I should pull it up. Let me tell you guys my current team, and you can judge me. That'd be fun. As I'm halfway through the game. So
What'd you
I
pick
got,
for your starter?
Pulls up.
Um,
I want the audio listeners to realize he's pulling up a cell phone. That he's not pulling
goddamn
out a
right,
Game
I
Boy
am
Advance.
playing it the way God
Pulling out his
intended.
cell
I'm
phone.
5
playing on
times
my
speed.
iPhone Advance. My iPhone Advance.
All right, so this is my current squad. Are you ready?
All right, let's hear it.
Swampert,
Of course.
Okay.
Hariyama,
Oh, great choice. I love Hariyama. Mine was nicknamed
Swellow.
Harry Yams. Sorry.
Got Swellow.
Swellow.
We got Lairon. Is that how you say it? Lairon.
Laron.
I'll say
Lairon.
Laron, yeah.
Delcatty
Okay.
and Sableye.
Not bad. Not bad.
So it's
Yeah.
not really an ideal team. I'm just kind of
My preferred
I
my
like
preferred ghost type
Oh,
would
sorry.
be Duskull, Dusclops, but
Mhm. I haven't come across a Duskull
Yeah.
yet, so
it's at the Pokemon Tower thing. I don't know
He's
if
probably
you're
not there yet. He's not
Yeah, I
there
don't
yet.
think so.
yeah, because I do
Just
like
after
Duskull.
Snip,
Um,
maybe.
but no, I know it's not by any means an ideal team. Like I think I got like fucking like 3 ground types mixed in there. But I just like when I play Pokemon games now, because I feel like I've played so many of them, as we all have. I try to use a team of like Pokemon that I wouldn't usually use. So it's like I'm trying to just kind of keep it fresh by using Pokemon instead of like using like Gyarados and all these other Pokemon that you could use every time and have a pretty easy breeze through the game. I'm trying to mix it up a bit. So, but Hariyama, he's also an underrated one. I like him a lot.
That's
You
my
gotta
boy.
go try to get a freaking Feebas so you can get my Milotic.
God, that's so much work though. That's so much
Yeah,
work.
Go
Just
catch a
to find the
spoink.
spot.
A Spoink.
Have you seen that
Get
one?
a Gruntle.
Yes, that's like
The
the little
spring one?
spring one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Snuggly motherfucker.
Yeah.
I like it.
Pokédex entry. If it stops jumping, it dies.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Yeah, the jumping is like its heartbeat. So if it stops jumping, it dies. And I'm like, how does it sleep? Just
It's just constantly moving a little bit. That's fucked up. All right. Somebody wrote Elmo's number journey on my what I've been playing. Unfortunately, that is fake news, and I will not be elaborating. But we could show off some recent gaming pickups. Tyler, why don't you go first?
all right. I'll go first.
I see a blue Wonder Swan behind you. Is that just for decoration?
Yeah, I kind of just set it up.
Hell
I had
yeah.
that for a little bit. So obviously, Pokopia.
Yep.
Got Pokopia. I got Limited Run finally came through. Not for the Sonic Shadow Generations thing, because they're apparently redoing that whole thing now.
It's crazy.
They're redoing every single statue, and they're giving us weekly updates now. Kind of
Yeah,
wild.
You're never getting
But-
that statue.
I got the Charleston Sky Collector's Edition stuff,
Beautiful.
which I gotta say, I was showing this to Zach yesterday. I'm
Mhm.
kind of upset because the way they have everything just thrown in here, like
Oh yeah, what the hell?
there's no like inserts to keep it steady. That's exactly how it was.
That is weirdly
So-
cheap.
Everything just moves. It's pretty shitty.
Yeah, it's a miracle that all the jewel cases aren't fucking damaged.
And
That's
it's
crazy.
funny. Like it came like this, but it was supposed to like that big box. So I don't know. That's
Imagine
odd
false advertising on your own product. That's crazy. On the back of said product.
but
Incredible.
they did give us a pin for the weight.
Wow.
Yeah, and probably because it's like totally different. Here, I'll show you the pin.
Dude, it's no
If
wonder
only-
Josh Fairhurst left that company. What a fucking shithole. Crazy.
Yeah, so got that. Yeah, when I
Yeah, I'm
opened it
never
up
gonna
yesterday, it
buy
was like,
from them directly ever again. I'm either not gonna buy it or I'll buy it through like a VGP or used. I refuse to ever give
it
them my
works
money.
because the one store I go to, the Just Press Play one I talk about sometimes, the huge like warehouse one, they get all their stuff in, so I could just buy it there anyway whenever it's
Yeah.
ready. So that's what I mainly do. Um, got East 10 Proud Nordics,
All right, all right.
so I can finally play that. I'll probably start that and they'll announce a deluxe version. Um, so I said I missed out on this, but Patrick came through with the birthday gift because I felt bad. He got me. We met up kind of late after my birthday, and then he was like, "Oh, here's your birthday gifts," and both things he got me I already had, and I was like, "Damn!" And he was like, "You officially made gift card status," and I said, "Well, all right then." But then he didn't get me a gift card. He ended up ordering something. He was like, "Do not buy anything until it arrives to your house," and I was like, "Okay." So it arrived to my house, and it's the Requiem
Oh, hell yeah.
steelbook. So I did
Nice.
end up getting that.
How
Nice.
exciting.
One guy from the Bird Dog Discord, Blinkoom, fellow trophy hunter, he started doing a video series on his channel where it's like cleaning out the game collection, like selling certain things.
He has a great
And
channel, by the way, for everyone listening. You should check him out.
yeah, so he was doing his video and he was like, yeah, so I'm probably gonna like post these online, maybe hook up some friends, something like that. So he showed one that I was like, ooh, I kind of want that. And so I messaged him about it, and he was like, "Oh, my guy could sniff out the GBA cardboard from anywhere." And I was just like, "Yeah, I can." So Mega Man Battle Network 5,
Nice.
the Team Colonel, whatever, Colonel,
Is that a
and it
sticker on the
has
logo, or is that a sticker on the box?
it's a sticker
The
on the
yellow.
box,
Okay, what's else? That's weird
and
placement.
it has
Something special.
it has a chip with it.
Hell yeah.
So,
That's cool.
and normally this like kind of like doubles it in price, but he said if it's going to a good home, he'll just give it to me for like it was like $50. So
Wow,
he hooked
nice.
it up. He's a great dude.
What a homie.
Uh, so yeah, so he was like, "Anything else you want?" I said, "Well, put out the next episode and we'll find out." Um, and last but not least, I got the ton of plastic simulator.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, look
There
at
it
that.
is.
Look at all them cartridges in the background.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So got the Pokemon jukebox. I don't know. I was like, I'm gonna get it, and then like it went up, and I was like, but then I was like, oh, it's probably gonna sell out. So I was like, fuck it, and I bought it. And yeah, now I own it.
There it is,
So
the most
I
useless
opened it.
thing in that room of yours.
I opened it. I went through every single cartridge, listened to it for a little bit, went back in the box.
And
Probably
now
gonna
you'll
stay
never
like
do
that.
it again.
So that's where we are.
That is
It
fun.
bothers me that they chose to do 45. Is there only 45 tracks in the whole game? Is that what it is? Is it every
No,
track?
because I don't think it has everything. Some of them are like
Why did they give
I
an
was
odd number and make an odd number of like red and blues? Why didn't they just pick an even number and do an equal number of red and blues?
I was going through all of them, and I was like, damn, they don't have Lavender Town. It was literally the last one, and I was just like, oh, there's Lavender Town.
And all of a
Like some of them
sudden,
is
2,000 people killed themselves at once playing that track on their
like
big Game Boy.
putting it up right to your ear. Yeah, ah. But
Love a good classic
yeah.
creepypasta.
So but yeah, so some of them in there are like the full on like battle themes, the routes, the cities. One of them is literally just the healing sound, the da 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 da. That's all
Over
it
and
is.
over.
No, it just plays once. You got to restart if you want to hear it again.
That's fun.
Like turn it off and on again?
Yeah.
That's
So,
awesome.
But yeah,
I
that's
hate
pretty much.
this thing.
I'll
Honestly,
show it to
that'd
you. If one of y'all want to
that'd be a
start
really
talking,
funny.
we can keep talking. I'll show you.
Okay.
That'd be a
for
really
it.
funny bit just to have that one in your pocket, and just, whenever something like something happens, you just flip go like dun 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 dun.
Like you stub
I
your
just-
toe, and you have to heal yourself.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's
I'm
ridiculous.
specifically trying to find that one. But yeah,
I
that's everything I got. So
yeah, that's. I still am on board with if Nintendo were to have released the Game Boy, and you buy one cartridge for a game, and it had like a game's soundtrack and you could put the game in there, and then they kept selling different new games for like $10 a pop. I would be on board with that kind of thing. But
Yeah,
45 different cartridges is crazy to me.
it's a little obnoxious. But no, yeah, I'm with you. If they did that and they're just like, here, buy this Link's Awakening cartridge, and it plays the Link's Awakening soundtrack, and like you just like hit the
Yeah,
D-pad to skip tracks or something, like that would be sick to like have it your desk side or something.
I don't know if you're gonna
exactly.
be able to hear it, but
Let's try. Nope.
no, right?
Nope.
Not even
Nope.
if I put it like towards the microphone.
Nope.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
how it
little
is
and
when the
cute.
card. You turn it off and
It's a
you
little
take it.
itty bitty baby Game Boy.
Yeah, so like they all had the picture on it. So like that's the title screen. Um, this is like Professor Oak's lab.
That's fun.
Yeah, I mean, I like that little attention to detail. That's neat.
I do, but I don't, because I still think it's so funny that if you don't know like Route 13, you're not gonna. You just have to put them all in and see which song it is.
Yeah, like some of them, it's like, what's this?
Yeah, I don't know.
The mansion? I can
Yeah,
see the
maybe.
mansion.
I don't know.
Think so?
Anyway, Zach, you have any pickups? Enough of this
Nothing I want to
stupid
show right
Game
now.
Boy.
No, nothing I want to show right now.
What does that mean?
I guess we'll find out.
All right,
Nothing of a shame.
interesting. Okay, so I got a few things. First up, Pokopia, courtesy of Tyler himself. Thank you, Tyler, for gifting
You're
me a nice
welcome, you're
copy of this
welcome.
game. Next up, as the addiction continues, I didn't have this, so I picked up Resident Evil Origins
Just
Collection,
all
which is
water.
huh?
Just all water.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so we got the
Which one
Resident
is
Evil
Origins?
So this
I don't
has
know which games.
0 and 1 remake on there.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
And then I got Resident Evil 4 on the PS4 because I didn't have it already.
Now is that Resident Evil 4 original?
Yes.
I didn't realize they put that on a PS4 disc.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
That is very weird. How
And
many
then I
consoles
got
is that game officially released on?
Resident Evil 5 on PS4.
I didn't know they put those on PS4 like that.
Neither did I actually. And Resident Evil 6. So there was a lot on eBay for those 4 games, and I was like, I don't really want to boot up the slow and crusty PS3 to play 5 and 6. And I just thought it'd be fun to own the other ones. So when I saw a lot for the 4 games on eBay and they're all new sealed, I was like, whatever, why not? So I just got them all. Me and the wife went ahead and bought those because I know that they make her happy as well. So it was a justified purchase. And then this is a very late gift from a longtime friend of mine. But he made me a 3D printed GameCube that is a deck holder for when I go play Magic the Gathering. How cool is that?
That's the coolest thing I've seen ever.
Yeah, and it's funny because it says "Happy Birthday, Craig," so it's just always my birthday forever now, I guess. But yeah, just
That's incredible.
yeah, this is really because it has the ports printed on it and everything. I thought that was super cool. So shout out to
I
my
know when
boy
you show
Devin
up
if
with
you're
that.
listening. Very very generous gift. And
I
very
know when you show up
thoughtful.
with that at game nights, people are like, "That's the most." People most love that, right?
I
When you
haven't
show up
gone
with
yet.
that
I'm
thing.
so excited to go to Friday Night Magic and whip out the cube.
Oh, people are gonna go nuts.
I thought
They
that
got
was
the color
awesome.
right too. The color was so good.
Yeah, it's really cool. That was, like I said, very thoughtful, very cool. So shout out to my boy Devin for that. He's about 6 months late, but better late than never. I appreciate him because
The
according to his
anti-birthday.
wife, he made it prior to my 30th birthday, and he just kept forgetting to send it. So I guess like a week ago, she just sent it herself, which is really funny.
That's awesome.
So, and last but not least, so this is cool. Went to GameStop last week, and I was like looking at the retro section. They had a not for resale copy of Mario Kart Double Dash, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like you don't see that version of the game very often. It's kind of uncommon. I already own it actually though, so I didn't see it or I didn't buy it. The manager that works at my GameStop down the road knows me because that's my usual spot. She's very nice. And that's one of the few GameStops with a great staff, so I like going there. And she was like, yeah, she's like, someone actually traded in, like a whole bunch of GameCube stuff, and then she pulled out this, and this is the Mario Kart Double Dash set box, and she was like, yes, he traded in the whole console, and a bunch of GameCube games. And I was like, that's cool. And I was like, is the GameCube, for sale, or like, because it was behind the counter, I was like, is it on hold for somebody? And she's like, no, the console's over there. She's like, I'm just gonna throw away the box, but you could have it if you want it. And I was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, how much? And she's like, well, we don't sell the boxes with the consoles. I was literally gonna throw it away, so you can just have it. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. She's like, yeah, it saves me a trip to the dumpster, and I like you, so. And I was like, thanks. So
Hell
very,
yeah.
very nice and generous. So no GameCube or game in there, but I already have the game. I have multiple GameCubes because I'm a crazy person. But it has all the inserts, and it has like the special $15 off coupon and all that in there still, which is really cool. And this is a hard to find bundle. There's 2 on eBay right now. They're complete. One is buy it now for 600, and the other one's a bid that's like in the 200s with many days left. So, feeling lucky. That's the first time I've gotten lucky game collecting on a while. Just like getting something cool, for either cheap
Always
or
nice
free.
when that
So,
happens.
very happy about that. Another GameCube box to add to the shelf, for the many GameCubes that I have. So I was excited about that one. I'm still kind of riding that high a week later because I love the. As much as I don't collect for GameCube anymore, it'll always be my game collecting baby because that was what got me super duper into collecting hardcore. So bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
But yeah,
Telling
so
you
happy
allergies
about
are no
that.
joke.
And that is all I got. So not
There we
too
go.
bad for the last
Excellent.
couple of weeks. Lots of Resident Evil in my life. The addiction is real. Like I said, I'm drinking that Kennedy Kool-Aid real fucking hard.
Always
Tyler.
that Kennedy Kool-Aid.
You got some trivia for us today, sir?
I do.
I hope it's Game Boy Advance themed, you son of a bitch.
Ah, shit. No, I'm kidding. It's Game Boy Advance themed.
Please be just
Uh,
like Pokemon Gen 3 themed.
just to fuck with me. I wouldn't even
What
be mad. That'd be really
Pokemon
funny.
are on Route 1 of Gen... Well, no, I think... That's not Route 1, right? Because I think they still kept going with the numbers.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
like, I think it's
101,
like in the
right?
hundreds.
Yeah, it's like 101 or
It's like
something.
101, 102, 103.
Like
All right.
Arizona highways for the 5 people listening from Arizona.
So, first question. In what year was the GBA released?
2001?
Yep. 2001.
That was an easy
Out
one.
to Advance Wars.
What the hell just happened in the whole fucking document I had written?
Uh-oh.
Okay, there we go. That's better. It like just erased the 2001.
He's like, I know I lost
Alright,
all of your
Zach,
points over the last couple of months. You got to start
I
over.
guess I should go over that. Right, Craig 45, Zach 36, now 37.
I thought we agreed
technically,
I
but-
had the 45 last episode.
Stupid.
Listen, you made 5 points on that bonus question last time, all right? So
Wait, you gave him 5 points?
yeah, remember on that one question where it was the placeholder item or whatever? Because I said y'all probably don't know this, but Zach actually like kind of got it right. So
That's fucking
Hell yeah.
bullshit. 5 points.
he's still 9 points behind
That's
you.
an extra
alright?
week worth of points.
We gotta
I-
give him a chance. So what is the top selling Game Boy Advance game?
Super Circuit?
I'm going to say Pokemon Gen 3. So Ruby and Sapphire, are we counting them combined?
Yep, they counted combined, and that's it.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's it. All right, so that also goes to Zach. All right, so the GBA screen, as we know, it was a great enhancement from the original Game Boy, the Game Boy Color. So
But
this is whoever can get it closest. How many separate colors does the GBA screen have the ability to show?
we're getting one guess each.
If you want, then whoever's closest.
I'm going to go 128.
Well, we should have done this. I mean, I'm just going to say
This count-
129. So
Price is Right rules.
okay, I'll give you. I'll do a legit. I'll do a legit guess. I'll give you a
hold on,
legit
hold
guess.
on, hold on,
I'm
hold
gonna
on.
say
If you do want to do it,
35,000.
hold on,
I'm
hold
gonna
on,
say 35,000.
hold on. We'll do this. So Craig said 128. You said 35,000. Craig, you're too low. Zach, you're way too high. All right. So
So I get the point. You said whoever closest.
Yeah. if you want to go like that, all right.
I want to go like that.
let's
Fuck
get a
you.
redo. All right. So it's 500.
Okay, I want to stick with my original answer. 129. Fuck you.
It's 511.
No take
so,
backs.
Okay.
Yeah.
511. That's a weird number.
Yeah. All right. So
okay.
In 2001, that was the total amount of colors we knew of scientifically.
Yeah,
So,
right. Yeah, I hadn't figured the rest out yet.
so this question, I kind of split it up into 3 different ones. So I'll give a point for each. How many games launched on the handheld in the U.S., Japan, and Europe? They're all
Fuck.
different numbers. So I'll let you each guess for each one. We can start with
What are these questions?
what?
You want to do like both U.S. at the same time, then Europe at the
Yeah.
same time, then Japan
Yeah.
at the same time?
So we'll do how many is in the U.S.
20.
I was gonna say 18. Seriously.
Zach's closest because it's 17.
Ooh, spicy.
All right. What about
If we
Japan?
get it exactly right, can we get 2 points?
No.
Sure, why not?
Oh my
Japan,
god.
22.
21.
25.
Damn it.
And Europe,
14.
15.
Craig gets 2 points.
Yes.
God damn it.
Oh, that was good.
All right. And lastly, how many consoles did the GBA sell worldwide?
83 million.
We're going by millions, so yeah.
That's very
But Craig,
specific.
what do you think?
Have you been on
He just said
Wikipedia
83.
recently? 75 million.
Are we doing closest without going over? Or are we doing
Is it
close?
82.5?
Are we doing closest without going over?
I don't know.
or are
This is
we
your
doing-
game, Tyler.
82.3.
I don't know. Y'all just kind of make up rules too as we go. This counts as 2 points. Okay. It's 81 million. So
Yeah.
Zach's closest, right?
I look up the Nintendo sales
You said
figures a lot.
25?
I like to look at those.
That's funny.
Zach's
You know what?
making that
Tyler makes a good
comeback.
point. We make up a lot of rules. We're a shitty podcast.
You guys, I'm just like, okay.
We're anything but consistent. That's why the people listen.
Listen, guys. I know this is my trivia section, but Craig's a dictator, so I kind of got to go by what he says.
Well, Craig approves the questions before the show. So.
And the answers. I have the study guide,
Yeah.
and somehow I still don't know he's win. All right, so what's the tally?
Alright. So we have right now. Let me just add yours up. You got 3 points technically, yeah. So Craig 48, Zach 41.
He's catching up slowly. I'm gonna have to kill him.
You know, it's only 7 behind. I'll do another I'll just do a question worth like 50 points next episode.
Just to fuck with us. Yeah.
I was gonna be way ahead.
All right, there's one question this week. It's worth 2,000 points.
All right, guys, this question is worth 81 million.
What's Shigeru Miyamoto's blood type?
Be positive.
Fellas, I think it's
that's
time for the
public
topic of the
information.
show.
I'm gonna Google it.
You think I can find that out? I'm just curious.
I'm gonna get flagged for this. I mean, Google just says A positive. I have no idea if that's true. Like how I got that information. But like,
All right.
no
Next
idea.
question is going to be a wise
Oh,
blood
God.
type. Yeah, we're gonna have like a famous game developer's blood type question. In every segment, that's gonna be worth 5 points.
Stupid. So start looking up your famous.
Okay,
favorite
okay,
games
so
All right,
of all
guys,
this-
what is Reggie
fan-
Fils-Aimé's blood type?
This fandom page for Miyamoto has lots of information on him. And then it has something called, it says height. It says part 1, part 2, part 3. No idea what that means. And part 1 is 5'5". Then it says he's 6 foot. Then it says he's 6'2". So I have no idea
Like
what part 1, part 2, part 3 Miyamoto is.
childhood.
He's still growing.
It also
Yeah,
says
like
part 3
infancy.
Miyamoto weighs. Part 3 Miyamoto, while being 6'2", is 125 pounds. Wait, time out. This is an anime character named Shigeru Miyamoto. Time out. Wait, time out. This makes way more sense. Wait, what is this? What show is this? I don't know what show this is.
Greg, here's a short for you.
Dennis, alive.
What the fuck?
This makes way more sense why it has his blood type.
So you're telling me this ain't public info?
I don't know what this is. Born to the royal Miyamoto family.
Look up what
Oh,
anime
God.
Hiro Miyamoto in.
Jesus fucking Christ! All right.
Oh, he's a Bleach character. I didn't know that.
Hiro Miyamoto.
Okay,
The more
well.
you know.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I'm sorry about that confusion. I don't know what Shigeru
All right,
Miyamoto's blood
what is
type
Tanjiro Kamado's blood type, Layton?
Bonchapiro Kamaboko, thank you.
Part 3 Miyamoto.
This is fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Oh my god. Okay, that was that got me. All right, that was good. Anyway, topic of the show: top 5 blood types. Top 5.
April 1st is coming up quick.
Okay. Top 5 Game Boy Advance games. Fucking hell. Alright. So, for those of you that have not joined us before for our top 5 games on a console episodes, way this works, me and the boys, we all pick our favorite Game Boy Advance games. We list them 1 through 5. Depending on where they fall on our list, they get more or less points. For example, number 5 gets 1 point, number 4 gets 2 points, number 3 gets 3 points, so on and so forth. At the end, we tally them all up to get a definitive list of the top Game Boy Advance games of all time. Depending on how much crossover there is, this is either a very good or very shitty and pointless list. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm looking forward to it. Game Boy Advance, obviously one of the greatest consoles of all time. I would like to leave the caveat that there's so many good Game Boy Advance games and so many Game Boy Advance games in general that we obviously have not played them all. So if we miss your favorite, we're not sorry. You should have been playing one of the ones on our top 5 because they're better.
I watched this guy.
And also, I have played all the Game Boy Advance games, so this is a definitive list for me.
Every single one?
Yep.
Okay.
I watched this dude's video today, like this morning. It was just like top 100 GBA games, just to like see what other people were thinking.
Yeah.
And like he had like all these games near the end, some RPGs, like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, all this stuff. Then like number 48 was like Virtua Tennis, and I was like, huh?
But doesn't that make you want to play Virtua Tennis?
Not really, because it still looked bad. But I mean, I'd rather just play Mario Tennis if I'm gonna play it. Like,
no, yeah, there's a lot of Game Boy Advance games that are great, especially if you are a role-playing fan. There is a lot of good role-playing games on the Game Boy Advance. So many that it makes it hard to make a good list. But I try to be good, try to do some variety, and spoiler alert, me and Tyler's favorite games of all time are Game Boy Advance games. So if you listen to the show, you probably already know what our number ones are. I think I know what Zach's is, but I'm going to wait till we get there. Before he reveals his number 1, I'm going to guess, though, to see if I'm right, because I think I know what it is. And for what it's worth, I did not cheat. I didn't watch your short, Zach. Zach put out a short about his top 5 GBA games. So, why are you staring at me?
YouTube, and
I thought you were going to guess. I'll do my best poker face. But if you're gonna guess later,
I'll wait until we get there. I don't want to give it away. Let the people wonder.
I already know what Greg thinks.
What was that?
I already know what you think it is. So
you think you know what I think Zach's favorite Game Boy Advance game is?
Yeah, and his
I think I know what you think. I know my favorite Game Boy Advance game is.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I don't know what happened. The
Zach
show just really went off the rails in the last 10 minutes.
Has been kind of a wild ride here.
Fuck. God, now I got a frog in my throat. All right, let's start with me because I never let myself go first. Some self-love. Number 5 on my list. Give it to Metroid Zero Mission. I've softened on this game a little bit. I was a bit harsher on it when I played it originally, thinking that it was especially brought down by the end section where you play as Zero Suit Samus. But retrospectively, I really appreciate that kind of variety in the gameplay. The artwork is incredible. The music is incredible. It's not the best Metroid game, but it is still fantastic. It makes Metroid 1 enjoyable, which who would have thought, because Metroid
Yeah.
1 is not a fun experience. But I think probably aesthetically, this is my favorite Metroid game. And, all the Metroid games are just great. They're all such a vibe. But I would be remiss not to put this in my top five. I actually didn't. Excuse me, I did not grow up with this game. I grew up with Metroid Fusion. So no biases aside, I do think that Zero Mission is the one to play on the Game Boy Advance. I really do enjoy this game.
I agree with you. I like Zero Mission a little bit more than Fusion. I think that Zero Mission is one of the most replayable Metroid games because you
Mm-hmm.
can beat it in like 2 hours. I
Very
feel like.
short, yeah.
And I also was a little harsher on the Zero Suit section. My first playthrough, I was like, I don't like this. I feel like I'm so underpowered, blah, blah. But it does have a very cathartic ending once you get your stuff back and then you just rip through everybody for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
And I do think it'd be cool, I unfortunately don't have the context of playing the NES Metroid, but it'd probably be cool if you grew up with that version and then playing Zero Mission and having that kind of surprise. So I guess
yeah.
spoiler alerts for a 24-year-old game. Sorry guys, but it's good. Zero Mission
Also,
is very
spoiler
good.
alert.
If you like Metroid and you haven't checked it out yet, I mean probably for the first time, it's fairly accessible now that it's on NSO. So I don't think this game's gotten much re-releases up until that point. So definitely check it out
I,
if you
th-
have a Switch.
I think Zero Mission might be a good first Metroid game to play.
Yeah,
It's a
especially if you
little on
want to
the
get
easier
into the
side.
2D ones, right?
Yeah, it's a little on the easier side. If you play on NSO, there's save states and rewind and all that. So if you want to take advantage of that, it's not a long game. It is a very pretty game. So like I think it's a not a bad, and it is like Metroid One. So like it's a good starting point, I think. So,
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even really think about that. Yeah, so Metroid Zero Mission. God, I want to get that game complete in box again so badly. I used to have it. It's a really cool cover art on the GBA as well. But yeah,
yep.
that's my number five. So not on
I have
anybody else's
Fusion.
list.
Again. No.
Damn, y'all suck.
I never played the GBA ones. I need to. I have
Yeah,
Fusion,
you
but I
should.
don't have Zero Mission.
Yeah,
They're both on
they're
the.
both worth playing. Of the 2D Metroids that I have played, which is not that many, I've played Fusion, Zero Mission, Dread, Super Metroid. Um, Trying to think. I mean, this probably falls third on that list for those. But it's still excellent. Like, kind of like how we were talking about last week, how Pokemon games is like even the worst Pokemon game is like a 7 or an 8. Same thing kind of applies to Metroid when you're talking about like anything past like Game Boy and NES. Like they're all very good.
Okay,
So,
but to say yeah, pass specifically Metroid Two on the Game Boy because that game is not good. That game's rough.
all right, Tyler, what's the first game on your list? What's your
All
number
right.
five Game Boy Advance game?
So I was really struggling trying to figure out number five. I kind of had the first four like set in stone in here, and I wasn't gonna be like, oh, okay, Pokemon Fire Red, Pokemon Leaf Green, Pokemon Ruby. I was gonna do all that shit. So I was like, all right, let me pick out some like a little variety. So number five, I was a little switching with. One of the ones I was thinking was Sonic Battle. I have a lot of childhood memories with Sonic Battle like that. But one I kind of have a little more memories with is it's not really a GBA game per se, but it's on the GBA, and that's how I played it originally. Because growing up, I played a lot of handheld stuff. And that's Donkey Kong Country too.
Oh,
Uh,
okay,
love the
interesting
Donkey
pick.
Kong. Yeah, so I was really struggling trying to figure it out. Like I was stuck. I was thinking between this. I was thinking about like Sacred Stones because we played that. I was thinking Sonic Battle, and I was just like, damn, I don't know what to pick. And I was like, you know what? I had a lot of memories with Donkey Kong Country too, so I was like, I'll pick that one. Donkey Kong Country series, it's great. Two is my favorite. Probably two, one, then three. Cause fuck Kitty Kong. Uh, Music is great. Gameplay is great, and yeah, I mean overall it's just a great platformer. So
Yeah, Donkey Kong
Now,
Country
is this
2 falls into the category
yeah,
for me of like one of the few perfect probably video games where it's like you can't really find anything wrong with it even if it's not objectively my favorite. It's just so good. Everything about it.
yeah.
the Game Boy Advance releases are just the actual Super Nintendo games, right?
Yeah, technically. So I technically have a Super Nintendo game as my number five, but
Yeah.
That's fine. I wasn't sure. Like I know, like Donkey Kong Land's weird, and then wasn't there like a Donkey Kong Country on the Game Boy Color also?
Yeah.
I get like, yeah, I get confused like
think
which of
so.
those are actually just Donkey Kong Country and which of them are their own new things. But
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones on Game Boy Advance are just the Super Nintendo games, but like with like weird lighting, like everything's brighter so you can see it on the Game Boy Advance screen.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Donkey
You
Kong
got
Country
Cranky
2,
Kong
fantastic
chilling on
game.
the deck,
There he is.
chilling.
Good stuff.
Yeah, cranky mode.
All right, Zach, what's your number 5?
so the reason I said I didn't want to show my pickups is because I picked up my number 5 this
Ooh,
week,
that's fun.
um, and I got Minish Cap.
Hey, look at that.
Na 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 na.
Beautiful, beautiful
Um,
game.
yep. So I really like Minish Cap. I I played a lot of top-down Zelda growing up. I feel like my first game ever was Oracle of Ages. So I've always had like an affinity for these games. And I remember I have some good memories of Minish Cap specifically. I remember like when I was a kid, my mom always made me go to Walmart with her because she didn't want to leave me at home because I was a child. And the maybe illegal, maybe not illegal, frowned upon thing that she would let me do was go get one of the video game guides from the game section and just have it in the cart and read it so I would shut up while she was doing the groceries and we'd put it back when I left. And I remember the last dungeon of Minish Cap, the first time I beat it with the Minish Cap guide from Walmart in the basket of a Walmart cart
Hell
and
yeah.
then put it back when I left. So that was a cool experience. But I really like the art style in this game. And it feels, this is going to sound weird, it feels more like a Metroidvania than some other Zeldas do. There's a lot of backtracking and like using the items you get in the dungeons and stuff to like re-explore older areas. I know Metroid games and Zelda games have a lot of similarities, but this feels like really like you're re-exploring some other areas more so than some Zelda games, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Minish
Um,
Cap has a smaller map than most Zelda games, and they really kind of utilize it to its fullest. You do a lot of back and forth in it.
yeah, really dense. Um, and then just like the Rock's Cape in that game is so fun to jump around in. Uh, the like jumping in a top-down Zelda game was pretty novel to me at the time. I guess there was like the Rock's Feather, where you like do the little jump in the Game Boy Color games, but the cape like soaring across the screen I thought was super cool. And that last dungeon or last main dungeon, the Wind Temple of Winds, whatever it is, where you use that Rock's Cape, it's such a cool dungeon. And then the four swords mechanic was really cool, splitting up into four links and like doing little puzzles like that. And then the Picori stuff. I feel like there's a lot of cool mechanics in this game that they haven't really gone back to, and it makes it feel pretty novel to me um, for that reason. But
Yeah, it's
yep.
if I remember right, Capcom made it too, right? Which is interesting. So,
So this is when you asked if all my games were Nintendo developed.
is that why you're saying?
This is a weird this is a weird one. So it's Capcom. I think the screen says Capcom, but if you like Google it, there's a company called Flagship that made these Capcom Zelda games, and it's confusing because if you look into Flagship just on the Wikipedia level, if you just go to that depth, it says funds and personnel for Flagship were provided by Capcom, Sega, and Nintendo. So it's like it seems like it's a mix. That company was a mix of all three. I don't know if that means like there were Sega people and Nintendo people working on Minish Cap, or if like they all did their own specific things. I don't know how it worked. But yeah, this company Flagship was always really interesting to me, and there's several games that they've made. But it did end up becoming just part of Capcom, so I guess it is just a Capcom thing first. So
Cool.
I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I like Minish Cap. I'm looking right now just to see of all the Zelda games I played. It's one of the only two Zelda games on my personal list that I gave a 6 out of 10. But I use numbers correctly, and 6 means that it's above average, so it's still good. It's not a bad game. But it's my
Yeah, I mean,
it's in the bottom of the list of Zelda games that I've played. Just because I thought the backtracking was super tedious and annoying, and I didn't like that your reward for kinstones was more kinstones. I thought that was obnoxious. And
some of them have cool items you
yeah,
unlock
and
sometimes.
yeah, and I thought that overall the dungeon design and world design was a little lackluster. But like you said, the Wind Temple at the end, absolute like peak 2D Zelda dungeon design. So that really picked it up for me. And the final boss is super cool. So the game definitely has some cool, interesting stuff. And I did enjoy it, but it is on the lesser end of my favorite Zeldas personally. So
I also love that you get the mirror shield as like your final ultimate like trading quest reward. You get the
oh, cool!
mirror
I didn't
shield.
even know that.
Um, yeah, in which it just when you block an Octorok shot, it shoots a laser at them. Doesn't make any sense, but it's awesome.
That is fun.
Um, so yeah,
Yeah, I didn't
Minish
play that
Cap's really fun
one
too.
until last year for the first time the whole way through. So that was a newer Zelda experience for me. Tyler, any thoughts on Minish Cap you'd like to share?
I still gotta play like a top-down old kind of Zelda. So no,
Have you not
I
played any
don't.
top-down Zeldas?
Play a little bit of Link to the Past. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Man,
So
that sounds almost impossible to have not played a top-down Zelda. That sounds
yeah,
crazy.
I need to do it. One episode, y'all guys will force me to do one, so it'll
Yeah, I think
happen.
Yeah,
it'd
And
be
then
fun
we'll
to
do
do
it
a
in
Link to
Oracle of
the
Ages
Past
episode.
episode, especially since Zach's always been disgusted that I don't think it's one of the best Zeldas. So I'd like to see if my mind changes on a second run.
I mean,
we'll
okay,
get
yeah, I'm
there.
not no comment.
Why don't you talk about it? Get mad is okay. Express your feelings.
Well,
It's made
I
for the
don't
episode.
want
That's why.
I don't want to be the game police, but I think I think Link to the Past is like one of the best games ever. I think it's still good to this day. I think people
It
are still
is.
copying it to this day.
It is good.
Where you're like, oh, yeah, I know. I think it's like one of the best games. I think I even so much that I think Ocarina of Time is just copying Link to the Past but in 3D. But
But it does
I don't know.
everything better. So
I don't know. Anyway, I think Link to the
Listen,
Past is
to Zach,
incredible.
Link to the Past got the better blood type.
yes.
So
Yes, correct.
All I'm saying is it's okay if you want to argue with me. I don't get upset about it. You could talk to me about it. For some reason, A Link
Fine.
to the Past specifically is the one that you get quiet on. That's the one game that, like, when I bring it up and I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good, like, I can see you seething behind your eyes every time.
I guess I'm just baffled because I feel like it is. It's like I don't know. It's like saying, "Oh yeah, Super Mario World, it's fine." Like I don't know. Like it's just it's hard to wrap my head around it.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we should do that soon. Maybe we should do. We've only done 2 Zelda games for game-specific episodes, so wouldn't hurt to throw a third one in the mix.
We did Wind Waker and what else?
And Ocarina.
Ocarina of Time.
Oh shit, we did Ocarina.
That was
Yeah,
a long time ago now. That was the second ever game episode we did, so.
we do need to do a top down next, so Tyler can play a top down Zelda game for the first time, which is
Yeah,
strange.
what the fuck?
You could just make that the 2-year one, and we could do it.
Do you think you could beat A Link to the Past in a few weeks?
Yeah.
Probably. It's not that. I think if I look like when I looked at my playtime on Switch Online, because I love that it tells you exactly how long you've played. I think it was around the 20-hour mark for A Link to the Past, maybe like between like 15 and 20.
Yeah, I could probably do that.
I
I
don't
just
know.
gotta
for Tyler.
I just gotta be unemployed for a weekend.
Yeah,
And
that's
do
fine.
it.
We could do it. I would be down to replay it again. So I think Zach's doing some research right now.
Yeah, it says 15 to 17 hours. So
Okay, that sounds about right. Do we want to do that instead of Banjo?
I'm down. I'll do it. If y'all want
I'm
me to
not going
play
to
it,
stop you. Yeah, I mean,
now's your chance.
Okay, then we'll do that instead. So we'll scratch Banjo, save it for another day. We'll do A Link to the Past.
can I bring up one little? This has nothing to do with the episode. Just forewarning.
Sure.
You ever use the website How Long to Beat?
Yeah, it's a great
Yeah.
site. I think it's wrong most
Great
of the
site.
time, but
I think it's a good starting point. I hate this new thing. The result that keeps showing up now is this stupid thing that no one cares about. It'll take you approximately 13 days to complete if you play for an hour and a half each day. Why is that a metric that I should care about at all? Don't tell me that. Tell me the number of hours total. Don't give me a math problem and pretend like I'm going to play specifically an hour and a half every day. Like,
start your timer.
what? Yeah. Anyway, sorry. That's a rant over.
That is kind of strange. Feels
Make
like a
a
chat
YouTube video
GPT
testing
ass
that out.
answer being thrown
Play
in
for
there.
literally an hour and a half each day. Time for 13 days. See how far you get. Like,
Could do that.
you're accurate or you're not accurate.
All right, I guess we're back to me then for my next
Sure.
Game Boy Advance game. So let me write Minish Cap real quick so I don't forget.
Mish
All
Cap,
right.
1 point.
1 point for Minish Cap. 2 points for WarioWare Mega Micro Games. Or just Micro Games, I think. I think Mega Micro Games is the GameCube one. But WarioWare on the Game Boy Advance.
Mega Party Games is the GameCube
Thank you.
one.
I apologize. And I think you had the box next to you because I saw you reaching. So yes,
Spoilers.
WarioWare Mega Party Games. WarioWare, phenomenal. What can we say that hasn't been said about WarioWare already? It's quick, it's fun, it's snappy, it's hilarious. Um, I think that if I were to pick a favorite WarioWare, it would probably either be Touched or Smooth Moves. But I do love the first three WarioWare games so dearly. I did not grow up with the Game Boy Advance version. I grew up with the GameCube port of the Game Boy Advance version that has like all the weird multiplayer stuff in it. But you know, same main base game. If you don't know WarioWare, it's literally just like 5-second mini games in succession to one another, and it gets more difficult, more fast the further you go. They're kind of like they were kind of trying to keep like the high score mindset kind of or into the 2000s because you can play these different stages and see how long you could last as it gets harder and faster and harder and faster. But it's set up to where you have Wario and his little gang of friends or co-workers, whatever you might want to call them. They all have different sets of mini games, and they all end with a boss that's on the longer side, but it's still a short game. And it's hard to explain without playing it. You kind of just got to play WarioWare to know what it is, but they're a lot of fun. And it's like the fun and the charm of playing Wario games for the first time is that you don't really know what you're getting into. Like it'll be a mini game and it'll be like, it'll be like jump, but you don't really know when you're supposed to jump. And then all of a sudden you'll see a car coming towards you and you'll jump. And if you jump right when it says jump, you might jump and then you can't jump again and then you lose a mini game. So it's like there's a bit of, pattern learning in it and a lot of just quick reactions. And these games are such a blast. Only reason WarioWare isn't higher is because I think there's other better WarioWare games out there, but the first game is phenomenal and funny and great, and can't say enough good things about it.
How many points did you say this one has?
2, because it's number 4 on my list.
Well, it's also number 4 on my list,
Let's
so
go.
I give it 4 points. So yeah, like Craig said, I love WarioWare. Um, they're very zany, like just lots of weird shit in these games. I think it's part of the reason I
Lots of
like it.
garlic.
Like from a young age, lots of garlic, lots of garlic. I've grown to like garlic more because of WarioWare. Like I thought these games were funny as a kid, and I still think they're funny now, which I think kind of talks to how good the comedy is in these games and how weird they are. Also, I really like the 9-volt mini games. All of his mini games are like Nintendo themed, and that's like a running thread through the series. Is like when you're playing a 9-volt section, they're like plays on different Nintendo franchises. So
Or
it'll
it'll
be
be like
like
Link and it'll be like, go into the room, and it's just like the first screen of
literally,
Zelda
yeah,
1 and stuff like that. It's super cool.
exactly. So like stuff like that, just like really cool. But yeah, I don't really go for the high scores in these games that much. I do just like kind of like to beat them. Sometimes I do try to go for the high scores. Like with Get It Together, I got really into that. But I still think the first one might be my favorite. I don't know. I have a project I've been putting off where I want to replay all the games like in short succession and rank them.
Hmm.
Um, like if you ask me right now, I think the first one is my favorite, but I like a lot of them a lot, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, they're all super fun and super replayable, especially because it's like if you want to do like the main story, so to say, you could beat them all in one sitting. They're all short, but that's the point
Hour and
is
a half
that
to
they're
two
short
hours.
games.
Yeah.
So they're
Yep.
excellent, super fun. I
Yep.
put a lot of time into the WarioWare series and can't recommend those games enough to anybody. They're super fun. Shout out to Intelligent
Agree.
Systems.
Shout out to Intelligent Systems. Yeah, somehow making like all of my favorite franchises.
There's one of the goats. I think that as a company, Intelligent Systems is underrated because people don't realize how much stuff they work on. Tyler, what's your number 4 Game Boy Advance game?
Glad you didn't ask me my thoughts on WarioWare because I never played WarioWare.
I know.
All right.
Sorry. Are you interested in
So
WarioWare?
I am. Like it's definitely something I could easily pick up and play. I just never really got around to it. I don't even have any of them.
It's
So
also on NSO, so
oh, it is. Well, then I got no excuses. I
there you
should be
go.
playing
Maybe a
it.
year and a half from now, we can do a WarioWare themed episode.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it. Um, my number 4 is there's 2 on the GBA. I never got to play the second one yet, so I have it as the first one, and that is Klonoa Empire of Dreams.
Okay.
Very puzzle platformer. Got into the series with the PS1 game, and then I played that one. Then I played this one, and then I played the second one on the PS2. If you played the PS1 game, little puzzle platformer, cute, charmy type thing. Pretty much same thing here, just in a handheld form. It's really good. Story's good. Always playing as Klonoa. It has like little, I think it's like snowboarding sections in this one too, like 2D ones, adds a little kind of gameplay variety. Kind of like how they added in the PS2 one. They got like a whole kind of snowboard, skateboarding type sections. But yeah, definitely recommend Klonoa if you don't play it. Probably emulate it because it's expensive. But
That's also on
yeah,
NSO. So
is it? Oh yeah, they did add it
yeah,
on NSO.
dude,
Put it
Game
on
Boy Advance
NSO.
NSO is pretty fucking solid at this point. They're still missing a lot, but they got some good shit on there.
You gotta add the second one, dude. I want to play the second one.
There you go.
Or I could just finally just cough up and buy a copy. But
Yeah, I would like to check it out, especially because I love the original Klonoa, um, as famously inspired by Little Mermaid on NES. Fantastic video game. Uh, can't recommend
so
it
good.
enough. It'll make you feel whimsy and joy, and it'll make you cry. So shout out to Klonoa.
Yeah, that ending, man, hit you in the feels.
Zach, any thoughts on Klonoa?
No, I have no thoughts on Klonoa.
Thank you. I was
Klonoa.
hoping
I have
there'd be a
not I have
pun
not
thrown in there.
I have not played any Klonoa games. I have heard that it is just a ripoff of Little Mermaid for the NES though. So
It is, but it does a good job, so it's okay. We allow it. One of the few games to take inspiration from one of the top 5 NES games of all time. Zach, what's next on your list? What's your number? I guess this would be your number 3, right? Because WarioWare is number 4.
yeah, because my four was my four was WarioWare. So
Okay, so number
my
3.
three is Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga.
Oh, okay. I will
I knew that's
spoil
coming
it.
up.
That's what I assumed your number 1 was going to be. Actually,
Oh
Yeah,
really?
I
I thought you thought Zach's thought of his number one was Sacred Stones, so that's what I thought. But so I was wrong.
oops.
anyway, Superstar Saga. It is my favorite Mario RPG. Uh, Fun memory for this one. When I was a kid, my older sister and I would wake up at like 2 in the morning on Christmas morning after things made their way to the living room. Um, and we would go through the gifts. And I specifically remember the one time ever I got a game in a stocking. That never happened, but this was in my stocking one year, and it like blew my mind. And then I was so excited to play the game, and I had to go back to bed and pretend to be excited the next morning when I saw it again.
That's fun.
Superstar Saga.
Yeah,
I never would have
yeah.
known.
The the combat in this game, it is turn-based, which I do like turn-based RPGs, but it's also the timing-based turn-based where your inputs matter, and it really goes over the top with the bros moves, which has the different like not only time inputs, but the in this game Mario is the A button, Luigi's the B button, so it does a good job of like switching back like button inputs and timed inputs to do really powerful bros moves. Soundtrack is incredible. I forget the name of the Craig. It's the one that you like a lot. Does like Xenoblade and like
Oh,
Kingdom
Yoko
Hearts.
Shimomura, my girl.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she does at least some
I
of the
know
soundtrack
she's
of
done
this
Mario
game.
RPG. Let me see if she's done this as well. But no, Yoko Shimomura is not only my favorite game composer of all time, she's just my favorite musician of all time. So
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah,
cool
the
to see
music.
they really brought back the series with Brothership, right?
Let's not talk about that. But Superstar Saga is my favorite of those
yes, she did
games.
do Superstar
Um,
Saga. Can confirm.
Excellent. Yeah, Yoko. One of my favorite songs in video games, period, is a specific battle theme in this game.
Hmm.
Um, when you're fighting a goofy set of characters, they have a battle uh, a battle soundtrack, a battle theme, I guess, battle theme
Hmm.
that goes unnecessarily hard for no reason. But yeah, Superstar Saga. Funny story. I actually get a couple good laughs to this day. It's also not super long. Like first playthrough, maybe 20 hours, but once you've played it several times, like me, we're talking 12 hours maybe. Um, yeah, good little progression of characters. Your level ups feel like you're growing throughout the game. So, good game, very good game.
Yeah, I have started Superstar Saga more than once on both the Game Boy Advance and the 3DS remake. but I have not finished either. Unfortunately, I got very far in the Game Boy Advance version actually, and then I ended up selling my copy when I sold all my Game Boy Advance games, so I just lost all my progress. So I think the move will be for me to eventually just play it on NSO just for convenience. But I really enjoyed it a lot. The humor was there, the music was there. I'm not always in the mood for role playing games where you have to like do timed button presses and different things like that. Sometimes when I play a turn based RPG, I just want to be navigating menus and have it be as basic as possible. But Mario and Luigi does a good job of staying entertaining and not overstaying its welcome, unlike Brothership, from what we've been told. So,
Yeah, Brothership. It took me 50 hours to. I did do everything, but it still took me 50 hours, which is way too long for that game.
Tyler, any thoughts on Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga?
I remember playing that one as a kid on the Game Boy Advance. I don't think I finished it. I did enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I did end up playing the remake on the 3DS. I I don't remember if I finished it or not, but I'm thinking I did, but I don't believe so. Zach, you streamed the game, right?
At some point, I'm sure I did. No, Tyler Christian screamed the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
Christian screamed the
Christian
whole
did,
game.
because I remember like the ending, and I'm like, how do I remember this ending? So it's Christian streaming it. That's what it was.
Yeah,
All right.
Christian did something weird where the last boss was outspeeding him and like one-shotting him or something weird. I
Yeah.
forget what happened. Like basically his characters didn't have enough speed to like not get
Hit.
outsped in one shot. So he kept having to do the last phase over and over and over and over and over and over
I
and
will
over
That's what
again.
it
say,
was.
when I have played these games, every time your bonus points for your level up, I always just put it all into mustache. I never dump it into any
Oh,
other
of
stat.
course. Yep, mustache is a great
Just
stat.
because it's funny that mustache is a stat. I was like, this is the only thing, which I think is the equivalent to like luck, right?
Yeah, it's like luck, and I think you get like better prices at shops, or maybe I can't remember exactly what happens. Maybe it's a later game feature where you get maybe not in the first game, but it's definitely like a luck stat for critical hits and stuff like that.
Yep, only luck. That's all you need. Nothing else matters if you're
Yeah.
landing crits every hit. So,
Exactly.
alrighty. So I think I am next,
Yes,
and
sir.
this is where um the Pokemon disposition begins because I have Pokemon Fire Red, not Pokemon Emerald, because I haven't beaten or played Pokemon Emerald. But got to give a shout out to Fire Red. Obviously, the definitive Kanto experience is fun to play Gen 1. It's fun to play Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. But I think if you want the definitive way to play Gen 1, it is to play Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. Um, it has all the necessity to make you feel nostalgic and childlike by having everything from the original game, but just made with the beautiful direction of the sound font and sprite work that they introduced in the Hoenn region, which has probably either the first or second best artwork and sprite work of any of the Pokemon games, tied with Gen 2 in my opinion. And there's not really much else to say. We've talked about Pokemon Law in the show. Obviously, it has a phenomenal gameplay loop. Um, Obviously, Gen 1 has one of the most solid lineups of generation of Pokemon because it's the original. So even the bad designs are still, rose tinted glasses and beautiful and nostalgic to all of us in some way, I think. So, it's just great and it's cool now that it's on Switch too. In Switch, I do wish that it was just part of the online service. In my heart of hearts, I want to think that. Oop, I hit my microphone. I want to think that they put it into a separate thing because that's the only way they could get it to work with Pokemon Bank and this, that, the other. But it's because they knew they could sell it for $20. That's the main reason. And
It's been the number one seller on the eShop, on the digital eShop, those two games since they came out. Fire Red and
yeah,
Leaf Green 1 and 2.
exactly. They knew what they were doing. So can't really blame them from a business standpoint, but I do wish that they were just either half the price or like there was a bundle deal or something like that. Or even if they just added online play, that would have I think made a big difference. Where I've been like, at least I could justify because they had to go in there and fix things to make that work. Um, but gripes aside about this re-release, I still love Pokemon Fire Red. I played a majority of it as a child on my GameCube through the Game Boy Advance player, so I have some good
Mhm.
memories of that. And then I also loved, being able to transfer all those Pokemon into my Pokemon Diamond save. I thought that was the coolest thing ever as a kid. Um, after I beat the game, I caught as much as possible and just got rid of everything. I just sent it all to Diamond because I wanted to try to complete that Pokedex. So a lot of great memories of that game, and it's hard not to love Gen One in any shape or form. But the the Game Boy Advance remake, which now I'm realizing a little lame. I have two remakes on my top five, but whatever. Fire Red's great. So
I wasn't gonna say it, but
fuck
just
you.
kidding. Just kidding. Fire Red was the first game I completed the Pokedex in, which I thought was a really fun thing to do. That's what I got. I wasn't really into completing the Pokedex until Fire Red, like when I played the like Hoenn games.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I remember it's really hard because Chansey and Tauros, specifically in the Safari Zone, are pains in the ass to get.
Yeah.
So I was just grinding Safari Zone. I think the last one I caught was a Tauros. Um, so that was a really big moment for me. You get like the little certificate, blah blah blah. But yeah, love that game too.
Good shit, Tyler.
Good post game too.
By Red, like you said, definitely the definitive way to play Generation 1 with Kanto. And as Zach said, the post game's really good having the Seven Islands. Because nowadays you don't really get post game with Pokemon. It's just kind of like, all right,
Just keep
wait till the
playing. Yeah.
But like back then, these games had like Battle Frontiers and Seven Islands and all this type of stuff. So yeah, the art style of like the Generation 3, it's definitely my favorite art style of them. So that's always a great aesthetic to it. But yeah,
Yeah. The even
the
just
first game,
the spruced up music hearing on the Game Boy Advance sound font instead of the Game Boy sound font. It's so good. So good.
yeah.
Shout out Gen 1
Hopefully we get a GBA music player next year.
for the Fire Red and Leaf Green soundtracks.
Now, if we got a Ruby and Sapphire one, I buy it. Bye, bye.
They'd have to do some interesting stuff there because the shape of the screen, the shape of the cartridge, they would have to like warp the lens on the screen
Oh
and have
yeah.
it like do some weird
Have like a weird
stuff there.
reflector that like stretches out.
Yeah.
Sure they could find a way. Tyler, what is your number 3?
All right, my number 3. Want to take a guess?
Is it also Fire
Pokemon
Red?
Pinball, Ruby and Sapphire.
No.
Mystery Dungeon, Red Rescue Team.
Nope. I was really thinking about putting Mystery Dungeon in my top 5, but I didn't. Spoiler alert. Um, but so this game, it's part of platformer series.
Oh,
Didn't
Crash
originally start on
Bandicoot.
Nintendo. There you go. So Crash Bandicoot 2 and Trance, specifically the second one. The first one's good, but I prefer the second one. Um, yeah, made by Vicarious Visions. These ones are really fun on the GBA because it's also not just like, the side-scrolling kind of like platforming that you have in these kind of Crash Bandicoot games. This one also has like little helicopter sections. It has like the wakeboarding sections
Has
that
that
were in
really
like Crash
annoying level
Bandicoot.
with all the magic carpets?
That one, it's a little
Whoa!
carpet. Yep. Uh, Miss Wow.
Wow, is Crash in the room with us?
Oh man, we got celebrity. But yeah, and then it also has like the obstacle type levels where you're in like a little ball rolling around and stuff that they kind of did from Wrath of Cortex on the PS2, GameCube, and all that. So it has a great little variety of games, and it has one of my favorite villains in the series, which is Entropy. As like the main villain, you got like 100% the game to get to him, because other than that, you got a little egghead there in Trance, which I also like him. This was only the real game he was kind of like mainly in. They added him in like the spin-off racing games and stuff, but yeah. If you like Crash Bandicoot on the console, this is probably the best way to play it on a handheld. Really good.
Yeah, I never finished that one, but I played the first one. What's it called? Huge Adventure or something like that.
The Huge Adventure, yeah.
Yeah, and I enjoyed that. It's interesting how they translated the game to be strictly 2D. Like obviously the original Crashes had some moments where they were 2D. You can still kind of move back and forth, but I think that if I remember right, Tyler, there's a couple of levels that are more 2D than 3D, right? Or am I just not remembering
Yeah.
right? Yeah. And it's cool. It's definitely a little ugly because they tried to crunch like PS1 graphics down to a Game Boy Advance game opposed to like kind of coming up with a new art style. But the games still have that Crash Bandicoot, ugly 90s charm to them. Still has good music, and the platforming is pretty tight. So I would definitely recommend these games as well. I had a good time with the first one. Didn't finish the second one, because of said annoying magic carpet riding level. But I do want to go back and finish it eventually.
I just like shooting stuff. I'm like pew pew pew
It's
pew.
so annoying.
Okay.
Zach, have you played any of these versions of Crash Bandicoot?
I have not played any non PlayStation 1 Crash Bandicoot games.
Oh, you haven't
I
even
guess
played 4 yet?
I turned Crash 4 on for a couple hours, but I wouldn't say I really actually played it. I played it for like an hour.
4 is so
Hour.
good.
Crash
You
4
got to
is
get
great,
back to
too.
that. 4 is excellent.
Yep.
All right. Zach.
Number 2.
Is it Zach's number 2 or is it my number 2? I don't know where we're at.
Jack's number
We can
2.
go back to you because
Oh,
we
yeah.
got looped
I think
around.
yeah,
because
we
of the
went out of
WarioWare
order a
thing.
little bit. Sorry. All right, so my number 2. This is also where we could have had some crossover, but we didn't because I know it's not going to be on either of your guys' list. But Fire Emblem, straight up Fire Emblem on the Game Boy Advance. I really enjoyed this game. As much as I like Sacred Stones, I did enjoy uh, just Fire Emblem a little bit better. I thought that the cast was fantastic. Lynn and Hector, fantastic characters. I really thought there was some really good map design. And it was just the right amount of challenge without being frustratingly difficult, because sometimes I feel like Fire Emblem finds it hard to find that balance where, you're getting your ass beat and you're just frustrated, or you're breezing through it. I think this game has some of the best balanced maps and enemies in the entire franchise. These games also have incredible sprite work. The Game Boy Advance Fire Emblems just look so good. It is a little funny playing them back to back because they look so similar. And I haven't played the Roy game that didn't come out in America, but I could imagine it getting a little tiring if you play all those games back to back because they look the exact same, just with different characters.
Yep.
But yeah, if it's the first Fire Emblem game we got in the West, obviously, and fantastic introduction. Probably of the Fire Emblems I've played is probably lands like number 4 on my list of favorite Fire Emblems. I liked it a lot. And I think that is also actually a very good, if you want to get into classic Fire Emblem, like pre 3DS era, I think that it would probably be the best one to start with. So that or Sacred Stones. But just because I
I think
think
all the
this
GBA
game,
games really.
yeah, I
All
think
three of
that,
the
like
GBA
I
games
said,
are like
I preferred
really
this
good.
one, so I would suggest this. But any of the GBA games would be a safe bet. I think starting with Path of Radiance would be a bit of a checkpoint for some people, because Path of Radiance is definitely pretty difficult sometimes. But yeah, first Fire Emblem released in North America. I believe it's called what, Blazing Blade? Across Seas,
The
right?
Blazing Blade.
Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting because there Fire Emblem 6, the Binding Blade. There's a very specific blade that is the Binding Blade.
Yeah.
And that game is a
Sequel,
7
technically, right? Yeah.
7 is a prequel to 6. So the Blazing Blade, I guess, is the sword that Eliwood gets at the end.
But I don't
But
think they ever
also
call it that.
no, and also in Binding Blade, it's just like one of the like holy. It's not anything. It's a special weapon that in that like it's one of the holy weapons, but it's not like the holy weapon like in Anyway, it's just weird
That's funny.
retconny way to call it that.
Yeah,
But
I've heard Binding Blade is one of the more unbalanced feeling ones, so I've been a little bit hesitant to start it, but I do want to play it just to finish off the GBA trilogy.
I guess I don't know specifically, but
Have you played it or no?
I have not played through Binding Blade all the way.
Yeah, because I
I've
know you
seen
played
Let's
some
Plays of
Japanese
it. I've played
ones.
some of it. Yeah, I've played Binding Blade. I did just download a English translation
Oh,
for my Pocket, and I know Tyler sent me a English translation cart, so
oh,
I will play that game at some point.
nice.
But I've not fully played through the whole thing by myself yet.
I know I sent you one of them. I just didn't remember which one it was. But yeah.
Yeah, it was 6.
Fun. All right, so that's gonna be it for Fire Emblem. Tyler, obviously we did an episode on Sacred Stones, and I know you enjoyed it. Do you want to go check out this one as well eventually? Is it on your list?
I would like to check it out since I like the Fire Emblem games. It's definitely one I want to get around to. And then whenever I catch up, eventually probably play some translations of the ones that we missed, kind of like Zach's doing. But it's just once I get there. I do want to, I think the next one I start up, if I start up one before the new one comes out, probably just play Path of Radiance on the NSO.
True. We did make a
Since,
big deal
yeah,
about doing an episode about Path of Radiance that came out, and then we just kind of haven't. So
yeah, just kind of been It's actually the only one that played it.
I played it. I just haven't beaten it again. But I did
Oh
start.
yeah. Okay.
I think I got like 10 chapters in. So I played a little bit of it.
Okay.
Yeah, one more thing on 7. It does have multiple, like, I don't know if you want to call them routes, but when you beat the game, you unlock the ability to play, like, Hector's perspective.
Hector
And it's
mode.
similar, but, like, different enough to, like, make it another replay fun. It changes up some of the maps, changes up some of the character placements. It's a little bit harder of a difficulty,
Hmm.
so it's a good, like, second run. And also on the second run forward, you can skip the entire Lynn story, because that was like the tutorial basically.
Yeah,
So you can just start like in like chapter 14 or whatever with Eliwood or Hector, and Lynn will just show up, and they'll like make up stats for all those characters. So
which is pretty cool. Yeah, I would like to replay it eventually and play the Hector route just to see the differences. Because I know that there's a couple of different maps too, right?
there's a couple different maps, and then some of the maps that are the same are played differently.
That's cool.
Like, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll need to check that out. Zach, what is your number 2 Game Boy Advance game of all
My
time?
number 2 is also just kidding. Fire Emblem Sacred Stones.
There it is.
So yeah, Craig talked a little about Sacred Stones and like Fire Emblem 7. Like in general, like I like all the Fire Emblem games a lot, and 7 and Sacred Stones are similar feelings to me. But Sacred Stones is the one that I owned first. I borrowed Fire Emblem 7 from a neighbor, and then I owned Sacred Stones and played that a lot by myself. And it's probably my most replayed Fire Emblem game. I've beaten it probably, like literally probably 10 times. So I played it a bunch. I think it's a very snappy game. It also does have a world map. So if you want to do some like extra grinding and extra post game stuff, there's a world map where you can, like a lot of the other previous Fire Emblem games. I think all the previous Fire Emblem games, when the game ended, the game ended. You're done. But with Sacred Stones, you could go do like challenge maps with your characters and keep playing with them, keep leveling them up, stuff like that. So I really appreciated that. The story is nothing to write home about. It's probably it's very goofy. Sometimes Fire Emblem stories are good, sometimes they're not. I would say this is on the sometimes they're not side.
Yeah.
Um, but I do like the characters though, and I like the there's a couple characters that are fun to use gameplay wise. They're really fun to like grow because they start out really weak and they grow real fast. So like that kind of stuff is always like catnip for me. Um, yeah. Uh, Probably I think it's my top 3 favorite Fire Emblem games. Maybe it's like it's definitely top 5, maybe top 3.
Hmm. Give me your top 3 right now. I think I already know them, but
So it's Three Houses is my favorite game ever, so that's
yep.
number 1. And then depending on the day you ask me, I would say Radiant Dawn is number 2, and then Path of Radiance. But like those games are kind of interchangeable.
Hmm.
I haven't played Radiant Dawn in a while because I let a friend borrow it in high school, and that game has never been returned to me. So I need to
You
reacquire
eventually got
it.
your other one back, so this one might just show
You
up
never
one
know.
day.
The same guy too, and he had the Path of Radiance, but he couldn't find Radiant Dawn.
Maybe he just
Yeah, he
hasn't
sent me
finished
a.
it yet.
I remember I just got a package in the mail and a bubble mailer, um, with no warning or request, and it was just a copy of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance that was mine from my childhood. And I was like, "What the heck is this?"
Dude, he could have sent
Blew my
Radiant
mind.
Dawn to your old house.
That's true.
No, I asked him. I was like, "Oh, do you also have
Oh,
that one?"
okay.
He's like, "I couldn't find it." I was like, "Okay, whatever." But
Like
Maybe he
fuck you,
did find it and he
friendship
tried to
over.
surprise you. It's at your old house and it's just gone.
yeah,
They
Radiant
stole it
Dawn's
just
very
like
good.
your Claire Obscure. They stole it.
Yeah, that's also very sad. Someone has that, but
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Tyler,
can't wait for the Radiant Dawn episode we do.
what if we did that and not Path of Radiance?
That would be very good. I think Tyler should play Radiant Dawn and not play Path of Radiance. That would also be very
No
funny.
context. Okay, hear me
No
out,
context.
guys. Longest podcast ever. But what if we did an episode for Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn in one episode? It just made it like the longest review discussion of those games of all time.
We could do that. I would be down for that, but we'd have to
That would be
set some time aside.
that would be like an 8-hour podcast.
Yeah, it'd be a long episode
How fucking cool would that
for
be,
sure.
though? Honestly,
I'm not saying no.
he's like, actually, I encourage it. All right, Tyler. What is your number 2 Game Boy Advance
Let's
game
say guess.
of all time?
Guess.
Red.
Golden Sun.
Mario Golf.
Uh,
Pokemon Pinball Ruby and
oh, so I
Sapphire.
was close earlier when
Yeah,
I said that.
you're close. You're close.
All
This
right.
game, you like Pokemon, you like pinball. This is great. The little gameplay loop. You're just playing pinball, catch a Pokemon, going through the whole Gen 3 decks. They got the little mini games. There's like a little Kecleon mini game.
I'm just laughing at you trying to sell us on Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire
Well,
as being
I
the
don't know.
second
I'm
best
trying to
Game
think
Boy
of
Advance
what can
game.
say it. It is the second best
No, I'm
Game
not.
Boy
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at the way he described it was his Pokemon and pinball. It's like, oh,
If you like Pokemon, if you like pinball, bam, it's
Wow.
Pokemon
yeah,
pinball.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I was laughing for much more
yeah.
dickish reasons.
Well, fine. It's Pokemon Pinball, Ruby and Sapphire. You catch Pokemon. You got the whole gameplay loop. You catch three, you go to a bonus stage. You catch three, you go to a legendary, and then it just kind of keeps going back and forth. Yeah, Zach.
Can you explain to me? I've always heard people talk about these games. How do you catch a Pokemon? What does that mean?
Okay, so, um, pretty much you got to open the little catch slot. If you want to open the catch slot, you can either there's multiple ways to do it. You can go into the one slot, which is like the shop, and you can activate a catch thing. Or if you go all the way around the thing three times, you light up all the lights, then you can go into the little section that activates the catch thing. In the Sapphire board, you go inside a Sharpedo, and the Ruby one's a Whalmer, I think, if I'm right. And then it like spits you out and starts a catch thing. You could travel to different areas in the game. So there's like a forest area and all that stuff on the board. The way you travel is you go the other way around the board three times. You could activate and you could initiate a travel. So different areas have different Pokemon. Then when you catch them, you start it. The Pokemon's walking around. Well, actually, there's two different ones. There's a baby one where you can hatch an egg. When you hatch the egg, the baby's walking around. You got to hit them three times. You catch it. Or for the other one, it's like it displays a picture of the Pokemon, just like a silhouette, kind of like a "Who's that Pokemon" type thing. Then you have to hit the bumpers. You gotta hit the bumpers at least three times. It'll break it all. Then the Pokemon shows up. That one doesn't move. You just hit it three times, and then you catch it, essentially. And then you can go through evolutions. You evolve them by evolving them. Different little like symbols. I think they say like EX on them will show up somewhere on the field. You got to collect three of them within the time limit, and then go through the little slot in the middle, and it'll evolve them. Um, yeah, that's generally how you catch them. And then you could go to like special areas where like Jirachi will have like a rare chance, and there's some Pokemon that are only limited to like the e-reader cards that Japan had, but you can
Hell
still
yeah.
get them on the US game. And I kind of watched the whole documentary on
Me
that
too.
this one dude recently did. You seen that?
Yeah.
G Medley,
I
I
think
think
we've
his
actually talked about it
channel
on the
is.
show many episodes ago. It was a very good YouTube
We
video.
might have, but yeah, definitely recommend that because that was kind of cool. It makes me kind of want to get like the reprint ones and actually like 100% this game, but you got to do a lot, especially if you want like Rayquaza. You got to catch three Pokemon, do the bonus, catch three Pokemon, catch or evolve, um, and then you fight, depending which board you're on, Groudon or Kyogre. You just fight them the first time, then you do three more Pokemon, and then you do another bonus stage, then you do three more Pokemon, then you catch that said legendary, then you do three more Pokemon, then you encounter Rayquaza, then you do three more Pokemon, and I think it's another bonus stage, then three more Pokemon, then it's Rayquaza, and you catch him.
And
Yeah,
not
it's a
only that,
long
you can do
time.
all that and fuck it up and not catch them. So
Yeah, yeah. Like if you
there's
go
no
through the bonus
Master
stage,
Ball.
there is technically a Master Ball, but it doesn't really like do Master
Oh,
Ball.
okay.
Like you upgrade your ball to get more points, but
Yeah.
yeah. So it's
That's
long.
what
I
he
did it
does.
once as a kid. One day I kind of just want to try to 100% it, but that would be a long, very long time.
I know I was making fun of you at first, but it actually is a very fun game. For a while, it was like my nighttime like game, like play a little bit before bed. And it's a very fun
It's like the
time.
easiest
It's
pick up
weirdly
and play
addicting.
thing.
So, but it is also just Pokemon and pinball. So
It's good.
it is
It's
good.
good. There's nothing wrong with it.
Two good things. Zach, any interest in Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire?
Um, I don't know. Like I'm kind of wishy-washy on pinball in general. Like I don't mind pinball every now and then. I think my favorite pinball game ever is Galactic Pinball for the Virtual Boy now. So maybe I'd enjoy Pokemon Pinball.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Is it time for our number one games? I believe it
Number
is.
Number
number one,
one.
one.
Ruby. I'm writing down Pokemon Pinball real quick. Make sure it gets its 4 points. All right. So, listeners of the show already know my favorite game of all time, which is a Game Boy Advance game, Mother 3. The sequel to Earthbound, the third game in the Mother trilogy, obviously never came out in North America. You could only play it by nefarious means, but it is definitely worth it. To me, it is the only like perfect for me video game that's been made where it's like to me it's like no notes, nothing I would change about it. Everything about it is exactly what I want out of a video game. Incredible sprite work, incredible writing, incredible story, incredible music, incredible characters, a phenomenal combat system that combines my two favorite things of all time in video games, which is rhythm games and turn-based fighting. Um, so how it works is basically every enemy in the game has a unique song, and when you're doing non-special moves like just like basic attacks, you can tap along the A button to the song and it'll do extra damage based off of that as long as you're on tempo with the song, which is really cool and fun and engaging, but not required to beat the game, which is cool. So it's like just kind of like a bonus thing. Famously, this does not work well on emulators. So the best way to experience this game is either on a reproduction cartridge or like an inject on like a 3DS. So that way it's not, there's not as much delay for the input. But it is great. Obviously, the Earthbound is very famous for its rolling health wheel that people love. Mother 3 also has this. So the way that it works is you take damage, say you have 300 health, and you took 400 damage. Your health scrolls down quickly, but not so quick that you can't react. So if you are able to, either have a partner heal you or you're able to heal yourself in time, you're able to save yourself from taking mortal damage and dying, which is really cool. I've loved that in this series, even if you take a hit that should kill you, if you're quick enough to react and you know what you're doing, you're able to prevent that from happening, which is really neat. Mother 3 is set up in an act structure where it has different chapters, and some are longer than others. Sometimes you play as characters that you wouldn't expect to play. Like, obviously, you play this game, and most people know Lucas from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Wii U, 3DS Ultimate. But you really don't even actually start playing as him for a good amount into the game, and it gets you to really know the characters, and there's a lot of world building. This game is also a pretty good standalone sequel. You don't have to play Earthbound to be able to enjoy it, but it adds to the experience because there's a lot of reference points. So I do recommend playing Earthbound before you play Mother 3 if you do. But other than that, I don't want to give much spoilers on themes or story or things like that because I do think that it is a phenomenal story. Shukasato Itoi tells stories in an interesting and weird way that nobody else does. He has very interesting commentary on social, financial, political, issues and ideas and philosophies that he likes to comment on in his games, which I think are fascinating. And I think because he's not a game developer, that's led to him making some of the most unique video games ever made. So, and in the wise words of Toby Fox, um, I don't remember the exact quote, but I always think it's funny because Toby Fox has famously said, like, people realize how unoriginal Undertale is once they all finally play Mother 3, which I think is very funny. So, if you've played Undertale, play Mother 3. If you haven't played Undertale, play Mother 3. Everyone should play Mother 3. It's the greatest game ever made.
I would love to play it. I do have an English translation downloaded to my pocket, so one day I will play it.
You should finish Earthbound first, though. I think it feels more rewarding if you finish Earthbound first.
Sure. I mean, I played Earthbound beginning, so I think I've got most of it, but
no.
I wonder if I'll have the same issues. I guess I do have an emulated version on the pocket, so I guess I'll get those rhythm issues, but I wonder how that would feel. I'll have to test that out.
Yeah, I don't know because, like I said, it's not. You don't have to be able to do it to play the game. It's just like it's fun and it's a nice bonus and it feels more engaging. But you could finish the game without
Yeah.
it because famously, a lot of people play this game on an emulator and they're like, oh, I could never figure it out, and it's because of the way they're playing the game. But it's beatable without it. So, but it definitely adds to the experience.
I mean, it's on the Switch if you have a Japanese account.
Sure. So if you speak Japanese or you want to have a Google Translate handy dandy
I think
at all
Tyler speaks
times,
Japanese.
that's true. He does. Tyler, can you show the people some of your Japanese?
Go watch some of the previous episodes. You'll hear it.
Tyler, any interest in playing the
Not
greatest video
falling in
game
this
of all
game
time?
again. I do. I do. Well, I do want to play Mother 3. I don't want to play the greatest video game of all time because I'm about to talk about that next. But, um, but, um, do I have to play New Beginnings to like just play Earthbound and Mother 3?
You don't have to. I mean, it's one of those. It's like each game leads into each other. Like there's little droplets, but it's not extraordinarily necessary. Like I don't know. Can I talk about minor Earthbound spoilers? I guess I feel like everybody already knows
I'm
about the
fine
final
with
boss of Earthbound. So I guess skip ahead a little bit if you don't want to hear. But obviously, Guy gets the
Warning!
final boss.
Warning! 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 Sorry.
Guy gets the final boss of Mother 3 is also the final boss of Mother 1. So it's like there's some crossover there. And then there's other stuff from Earthbound that leads into Mother 3. So you don't have to, but I do think if you're going to play them, play Earthbound and Mother 3, and then if you want to play Mother 1 after, if you could tolerate the NES bullshit of a JRPG
That's
on
what's
the
holding me
NES,
back.
then there you go.
That's what's holding me back. I'm just
Earthbound
like,
Beginnings is an incredible game. What are you talking about?
It's incredibly hard and unbalanced, but I do like it.
No, it's super straightforward.
Can
and,
you not
like,
lie? Tell
I
me
just
you...
I crit pathed the game in the first try without even getting lost. I just knew what to do.
You did not. You're so full of it. I'm actually... It's one of the few games I'm convinced might be impossible without a guide. So...
Yeah, I used a guide for sure. The end of that game, like you can get through like I don't know most of it, but the end of that game is weird and hard to navigate.
Yeah, there's like this weird factory that's like impossibly large and confusing, and then Mountie Toy is long and confusing, and also just like every enemy could one-shot you if you're not prepared. So it's very difficult.
Yep.
But I'm sure you had save states, so that probably helped too, because you played on...
No, I was just I knew the game very well and I was able to counter their
He
offensives.
picked it up and he caught the vibe. He was like, I know what to do now.
What to do now.
he watched the long play beforehand.
I
so
watched
he's
the long
good.
play, so I know what to do.
All right, well, you guys are both going to have the same number one, so go ahead and get rolling on it.
I think Tyler should get to go. It's his favorite, so.
That's true. Your favorite game of all time.
All right, my favorite game of all time, Zach's favorite GBA game of all time. Pokemon Emerald, best generation of Pokemon.
There's just
hands
casually
down.
like $3,000 on the screen right now.
Wait, hold on. We can
Expensive-ass
really
cardboard.
increase that right now. All right, so
Oh my
Pokemon Emerald.
Oh god. Oh, God.
He's flexing.
That was an expensive shot. All right. Anyway, Pokemon Emerald Gen 3. As we mentioned, the art style for the Gen 3, like, era of Pokemon games. My opinion, the greatest of all the sprite works. They do have other ones, as Craig said. Gen 2, really good as well. But Gen 3, I feel really nailed it right. Pokemon Emerald, they added the Battle Frontier. Great post game. It's one that people always ask for to come back, and fucking Game Freak's like, yeah, no.
Why won't they? Why won't they do it? I don't understand.
I don't know. Especially like, what was it in Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby?
Yeah, they got
were
rid
just
of it,
like,
didn't they?
they got rid of it, but they had a spot. It was like it was coming soon or something like that, or like they were constructing it or something. And I
They're
was
so
just like,
weird
why you
about it.
tease us like that? Like, I don't know. Even
You
the
just
fact that
copy
they
them
knew
like
it was a
this,
good post game because they added it to what, Platinum? Platinum had like a Battle Frontier type thing.
It wasn't
But,
as cool, but yes, it
Yeah.
wasn't as cool.
But man, and the Gen 3 Pokemon, as we were saying earlier, I mean, Craig was kind of dogging on it, but saying
I
like
was?
there isn't like as many good variety. He was just like, oh, not as good as this one. But I feel like all the Gen 3 Pokemon on it, like there's maybe a very select few that I'm just
We're
like,
starter selection
yeah,
for sure,
I don't
but
care. You're fucking wrong. All right. I
I
will.
agree.
I will not hold
That's
back.
crazy.
I will not hold back like Zach talking about Link to the Past, and I will call you the fuck out. All right, since you are wrong there. Um, Gen 3 starters probably like the best selection of starters. All right, like
I mean, outside of
I
like
don't even
Gen
know what.
1, like I think Gen
Yeah,
3 is is up
yeah,
there.
like Gen 3 is iconic. That's obviously gonna be like high up there. But like Gen 3, like you got all these other ones, like what Sun and Moon, terrible. All
They're
right,
great.
but
I do kind of like the Sun and Moon
Yeah,
ones though.
watch your
It
fucking
wasn't a good
mouth.
they're okay.
example.
Now you're just talking
I
shit
just
to
had to,
talk shit.
yeah, I did.
Gen
I
6
did.
Gen 6 is my least favorite. I dislike Gen 6 the most.
That's probably
Was that
that's
well,
probably
yeah,
fair to be honest.
fucking Quilladin. Like the hell? That
I've
was a
never been a
Quilladin.
crazy Greninja guy, and I like Greninja's cool, I guess, but him being like the mascot of that,
He's definitely a
nah,
little overrated.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Gen 3 though, Gen 3 though.
Yeah. Gen 3 though, fantastic. The legendary designs, I feel they're all good in this one. Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, all of them.
Dun,
Uh,
dun, 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 dun,
let
dun.
me just
That song
put the
always gets me
scene up
hyped.
there,
It
right
is good.
there, right there.
Yep.
That's a cool
Um,
screenshot.
but yeah, and then the like as Zach was saying with the little sound tune right there, soundtrack great. Um, hold on, hold on. I was
Okay,
pulling
so of
something
the
out.
three, Rayquaza, Kyogre, and Groudon, which is your favorite of those legendaries?
Rayquaza.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rayquaza. I mean, I think it's Rayquaza,
I'm a
but I mean,
Groudon guy.
I still like I like Groudon and Kyogre.
I'm very partial to any of them that look like Godzilla, to be honest. So Groudon gets bonus points for me.
A friend of mine I used to live with didn't know anything about Pokemon, but a friend of his grew up really big into Pokemon, and my friend thought all
That's
Pokemon
cool.
were called Groudon. So he'd ask me if I was playing Groudons when I'd be playing Pokemon.
You're like, sure.
Playing Groudon.
He thought they were all called Groudons.
That's funny. All right, Zach, why don't you give us
Oh,
your rundown of why it's also your favorite Game Boy Advance game?
I
Oh,
think I think Gen 3, Emerald, I'm going to say Gen 3, but I mean basically, I mean all of them, but Emerald is like to a higher degree.
mm,
I think this generation has aged very well where it still feels very nostalgic, but it's not as clunky and annoying as Gen 1 and 2. Um, Going back and playing Gen 1 with like the weird bag system and like you can't, it's very slow. It's hard to like really do a full commit to a full playthrough of vanilla Gen 1. Gen 2 is a little better, but still a little clunky and slow. And then just adding the running shoes in Gen 3 from the start was like a big deal. I think the sprite works very good. The music is incredible. It has like that like fake orchestrated soundtrack.
It's good.
yeah.
All the lots of trumpets and shit in this game. Um, it's very good. Battle Frontier is legitimately, I think it is the best Pokemon post game they've ever made, and I don't know why they don't redo it. Even if they just copy the same idea. Like every game has a battle tower, and that's just one of the seven or eight, six, seven, eight, whatever, however many things in the Battle Frontier. Um, but I don't get why they don't just do it again. Um, yeah, some of my favorite Pokemon are from this gen. Maybe a little partial because it's the first gen that I really played through a lot. Hariyama was mentioned earlier as a
Mm-hmm.
favorite of mine.
I like them.
All the starters I love. Swampert is my favorite, followed by Blaziken and Sceptile. But all three of them are very good, and all three of the legendaries are cool. I think the legendaries having beef was like a cool idea.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Although
Gen 1,
Groudon was at a total fucking disadvantage.
that he was on an island, literally, like
He's like, what
sitting
the
there.
fuck, guys?
Kyogre was bullying him. Um,
Rayquaza comes down. You know you're gonna lose this, right?
yeah,
It's rough. It's rough out there.
yeah. I think I like Emerald so much that even though they remade the Gen 3 on the 3DS, and I like those remakes, I still would rather go back and play Emerald over those remakes. I think it's a better, more definitive
Yeah.
version
I
of
mean, in
the
general, I think
generation.
Pokemon just all Pokemon, literally all of them, look better as 2D sprites. Every single Pokemon works better as a 2D sprite. Every character model looks
I'd be
better
hard
as
to
a 2D
find.
sprite. All the environments look better. Just in general, Pokemon is one of those series. Even though no series stays as 2D sprite work forever, Pokemon should have been. It's the most of a shame because I feel like Pokemon It's not that it looks bad, but it definitely doesn't have the same soul ever since it switched to 3D models. It just, I don't know, something about it. It always look. That's why all the ROM hacks are of these games. You know, it's like it just looks and feels better in 2D. That's just how those games I think are destined to look their best.
Yep. Yeah, Emerald is incredible.
Yeah, I'm
It's in my
excited.
top 10 games all time. I think it's my number 10. Maybe it's the number 8. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm excited to go back and actually finish it. So, I'm enjoying my playthrough of it so far. I don't see myself
My man
liking
can't
it more
enjoy
than
the
Fire
music
Red,
though.
honestly, but I am excited to finish it. I think it'll be fun because I don't know
My man
anything
can't
about
enjoy the
the
music at
Battlefront
times
tier,
by
all these
speed.
other different things. So,
You're not enjoying the
It,
music at times 5 speed.
that's also
the
true.
music is very good.
True, but
Yeah,
I know
confirmed it is my
Pokemon
number 8 on
soundtracks,
my
but
list.
like the back of my hand at this point, just from listening to video game music over the years in
Craig,
general. So
Craig gets the critical health. It's like
it really is. It's the only thing I miss out on. I play these games fast.
rather than doo 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 doo. It's like
But if I want to make progress by only playing these games on my 30-minute lunch break at work, that is how I can actually finish them.
I will say Gen 3 or Emerald also I don't love the champion of Emerald.
Hmm.
Like the change is like an interesting change, but I do like how they make up for that change, I guess.
No
Like
spoilers.
what they do to yeah, no spoilers,
I'm just
but I
kidding. You
like how
can
they
spoil it. I don't care.
well like there's a different champion which didn't feel great when it happened, but that they pay that off in a good way.
Okay. Yeah. Right now I'm in that really cool village where it's like the houses and the trees. I like that environment a lot.
Tree City.
That's where I am right now. So making progress. I'm probably over halfway through the game, right? If I had to guess.
So yeah,
Yeah, Fortree,
you got
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say
you
I'm
got to get the
obviously
soul.
past the badge count halfway, but I think I'm making progress. So
Are you still at the barrier blocking your way, or did you get the soul scope?
no, I just came across the barrier and I was like, what the fuck, dude? And then I turned the game off. So I was like, this is
Do you know what the
bullshit. Worst
barrier
game
is?
ever. Deleted it off my
Do,
phone. Threw my
do you
phone
know
out
what
the
the
window.
barrier is? Do you
Bad
know what
game.
the barrier is?
Bad game.
You know what the barrier is.
I don't.
God, I was just waiting for you to answer. You're just like, yeah, bad game.
I'm busy talking shit. All right.
Right?
All
Well, maybe
right.
if you knew what the fucking barrier was and you get past it, you wouldn't have to talk
Give
shit.
me the results.
Well, first we have a couple of write-ins to read, and then we'll go over the results. So, Patrick wrote in. He said, I spent lots of hours playing Castlevania, Aria of Sorrow, and Harmony of Dissonance, two incredible games that kept the hot streak going from Symphony of the Night. I also loved the remake of Metroid Zero Mission in the way that it made the first Metroid so much more accessible. WarioWare Inc. was still the best WarioWare game. So, shout out to the Castlevania games. I've heard they're all pretty great on the Game Boy Advance as well. I have the Advance collection on my Switch. That's a trilogy I plan on marathoning one day.
I gotta give
Same.
those a go sometime.
Zach, would you like to read the next write-in?
Do you want to have Christian or sorry, um, Tyler read the third write-in, then I'll read the other one?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Just
So
'cause
we got John. He says, for my top 5 games, GBA are. I'm gonna go backwards, so we go like 5 to 1.
Yeah.
So we got 5, Crash Bandicoot: The Huge Adventure. 4, Super Mario World. 3, Mega Man Zero. 2, Pinball of the Dead, and 1, Mario and Luigi's Superstar Saga.
let's go, John.
I did think
Look at
about
that, he got a
doing
pinball game for number 2 as well.
true.
Look.
I did think about doing a bit for this episode where my 5 through 2 were just all of the Mario NES and SNES remakes.
Super Mario game.
But then I
Super
figured that
Mario.
would make this episode unnecessarily long if I pretended my 5 through 2 were different games.
I hate
I
the
could-
numbering scheme for those games.
It is
It pisses me
obnoxious.
off so much.
Very obnoxious.
Is it Mario 2, Mario World, Yoshi's Island, Mario 3?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, it's disgusting.
All right, would you like to read the last write-in, sir?
I will. From Jason. Hello there, fellow GBA players. Craig and Tyler. Oh, sorry. I cadence was wrong. Hello there, fellow GBA players, Craig and Tyler. Also, Tiger Electronics handheld Zach. Jason here to tell you about some of my favorite Game Boy Advance games. I remember picking up my Game Boy Advance on launch day at EB Games. I picked up two launch games as well, Super Mario Advance and Castlevania Circle of the Moon. With so many great games in the system, it's hard to just pick a few. Legend of Zelda Minish Cap, the Castlevania series of games, Astro Boy, and the Omega Factor.
So good.
Drill Dozer, oh sorry, the Omega Factor. Um, Drill Dozer, both Golden Sun games, and of course Mega Man Battle Network series and the Mega Man Zero games, which is a great continuation of Zero's story after the Mega Man X games. And of course, let's not forget about Final Fantasy Advance games such as Final Fantasy 1 and 2 Dawn of Souls, which was not only one but two great remakes, unlike that other remake.
You still fit it in there.
Thank you for writing
Still
in,
fit it in
Jason. I would like to
The
give.
Battle Network.
I was gonna say thank you to all those wrote in, but I do want to also give a shout out to a couple of other Game Boy Advance games that did not make my list, but I would like to just mention because they've made me happy over the years. Sonic Advance, not the best Sonic game, but it looks great and sounds great, feels great. It just
What
has
fucking
a lot of bullshit pits deaths that made me frustrated so much throughout the game that it could not be anywhere near close my top 5 Game Boy Advance games.
it looks fucking terrible on the end gauge because you're playing it in a fucking little box.
So funny.
You don't know where the hell.
Yeah, Astro Boy Mega Factor, which was mentioned, a fantastic game, but you have to beat it twice, which is annoying.
I have that. I haven't played it though.
It's good. Fire Emblem Sacred Stones we talked about. Godzilla Domination, which is a fun game. There's just not a lot of content to it, but it's a fun beat 'em up Godzilla game with some really good sprite work. What else do I have? I think I'm good with that. I would like to give an anti shout out to Mario Kart Super Circuit. That game fucking blows.
Awful. Awful game.
And there's a lot of Game Boy Advance games that I played and never finished. So one to give a shout out to is the One Piece game on Game Boy Advance we got here in America. Very good, and it's weird because that game came out in North America but nowhere else. Not even Japan, which is strange. So
I didn't know that.
yeah, it was made by Dimps, which is the same company that did the Sonic Advance games. So
Dimps, huh?
any
know
honorable
what?
mentions you guys would like to mention?
You know what game's actually? It's a licensed game, and I actually played it this year, and it was actually kind of good. The Codename Kids Next Door game
Yeah,
on the
that's
Game
right.
Boy
You played
Advance.
that early this year.
Yeah, it's made by the same people that made the Crash Bandicoot ones, so it's kind of like the same gameplay style. And there's a couple different elements, like some of them you have weapons and stuff, but it literally just feels like you're playing another Crash Bandicoot game. It's kind of crazy,
That's fun.
but yeah.
A couple shout outs, obviously. We talked about Fire Emblem. It wasn't on my list, but it would be like number 6. Metroid Fusion, I also really like a lot. Have either of y'all played Kururin?
Yes, when they put it on Switch Online, I played it.
Yeah, I abused the hell out of save states for that one. But it's a very fun game, interesting game. Very difficult. I also feel like I want to get into the Golden Sun series. I don't see why I
Same.
wouldn't love those games, but I
Yeah.
just haven't ever really decided to play them.
Yeah, I enjoyed what I played of the first one, but I never finished it.
I think that's probably the last. I mean, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon's fun, and WarioWare Twisted is also a fun WarioWare.
Yeah, that's one of the few WarioWares I have not played yet. So
I have a strong desire to get a Game Boy player for my GameCube and play WarioWare Twisted like that.
that'd be awesome.
But I don't. I think it would probably mess up the disc.
Yeah, people
but
have
I
done it with
think it'd be
Kirby Tilt and Tumble.
fun. Uh,
Just hear the discs shatter.
WarioWare Twisted's funny because the way, obviously, you turn your thing to control it, it asks you what kind of Game Boy you're playing on.
Oh,
So it knows if it's in the top or the bottom.
interesting. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you have to choose which. Like it'll like bring up an image. You like it's like the equivalent of like choosing your Pokemon character at the beginning of the game. It's like, are you this one or are you this one?
That's funny.
But,
All right,
yeah.
boys. Top 6 Game Boy Advance games of all time. 3-way tie at number 6. We got Minish Cap, Donkey Kong Country 2, and Metroid Zero Mission. Number 5. Klonoa, Empire of Dreams. A 3-way tie at number 4. We got Pokemon Fire Red, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, and Crash Bandicoot 2.
Fair.
A four-way tie at number 3. We got Fire Emblem, WarioWare, Sacred Stones, Pokemon Pinball, Ruby and Sapphire. Number 2, we got Mother 3. And at number 1, we got Pokemon Emerald.
Put that shit on a shirt right now. Right now.
I'd say this is a
So if we
pretty
were to
solid
release-
list.
If we were to release a definitive like list to like put it on the internet, like put a picture up, I guess it'd be Emerald, Mother, and then like what? WarioWare, Sacred Stones, and Klonoa? Or what was the other one?
It would be Pokemon Emerald, Mother 3, Fire Emblem, WarioWare, Sacred Stones would be the top 5.
And what would 6? Because there's a tie there, right? There was like
Wasn't
there another one
Pokemon
tied?
Pinball, Ruby and Sapphire.
okay, so yeah, it would be
That would
those are all
probably
tied
lose
at
us
the
some
bottom.
credibility, unfortunately. But
You gotta put it on there then.
It would not.
we can't let
That's
people
it.
take us too seriously.
All right. Anybody watching, if you somehow make these graphics for us, send it to me. I will make a Teespring account and I will start this shit.
And all proceeds will go to Jason.
Yeah. Jason needs a bonus for writing in, so yeah, we are very far behind on paying him.
I think he's the
So
only
please help out.
person that's written into every episode, except for
He
episode
is.
1.
He's keeping it alive.
Pretty sure he's
There's some times where I was like, Jason, I need to write in right now. We're recording.
He's like, oh, fuck.
Like, all right, fuck, gotta do it.
Yeah, I'd
He's the
say I'm
number
pretty
one
happy
fan.
with this list. It's a good list. 13 games is kind of a gross number to have overall for the list, but I'll take it.
13 games
one
is
of
kind
the
of gross for a list of 3 people of 5 games. Yeah,
For
We're not very good at this whole podcasting thing, are we?
for our 3-year anniversary, we should just bring Jason on the show, and then we could have like a Final Fantasy 7 debate.
Or if
We
we
just do
honestly,
that.
if we did a Final Fantasy 7 episode, it would be fun to have him on.
Yeah. Dude, we just got to throw him and Patrick on. We could have 5, because Patrick's like with Zach, and Jason's not. It would just be great.
I do like the idea of maybe us having some guests on here in the future. I think it'd be fun if we had some of our homies on, because I know we have some friends that would be down to do certain games for sure. So
down to clown.
Yeah.
down to clown. And now that
Also,
I'm
still gotta
back
do
and rocking
still
and
gotta do an
rolling,
Xbox episode with Mystic.
yes, I would like for us to definitely do. Try not to miss any more weeks. I'm hoping, as long as 2 of us are available, or even if one of us are available, and like we drag Christian on to like have something consistent going for now on. Try to keep. We're gonna try to keep it consistent for you fellow listeners out there. So
We just start pre-recording like 8 weeks ahead.
no,
This episode was actually recorded February 10th. Just so y'all know. So we got Pokopia early, Resident Evil 9 early.
yeah, we're real influencers now. Nintendo's sending us Pokopia.
So if we get a
Years from
little,
now-
if we start
Okay.
making that money for Teespring, we could probably start getting Jason some early codes.
That's true.
He's a Pokemon hater though, so he won't want Pokopia.
That's fair.
I shouldn't say hater. He played the original ones, but he's not a big fan of them now.
There's a lot of people that are like strictly Gen 1 and nothing else. So
Yeah, he played all of them up to, I think he said Black and White.
he's a real
So-
hater then, because he doesn't like any of the other ones that people still like. I could respect that.
One of these days, we need to do a top 5 of our top 5 lists.
That'd be a good one. Maybe that's a good 3-year anniversary episode. Top
Yep.
5 top 5s.
PS2 be number 1, but
Yeah, spoilers. That's definitely number 1. That's the best list we ever curated. 5-way ties was an incredible list.
man.
But yeah, if y'all want to write in next episode, let us know your favorite Nintendo franchise. We're gonna be doing a Nintendo franchise tier list, so that's gonna be fun.
Fucking hate
and if
Mario.
you want to play along, apparently the next game we're gonna be doing is gonna be Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past on the Super Nintendo. So if you want to start playing now. That way you don't have to rush. Probably about 15 to 20 hour game, like we discussed earlier. And we'll
Our
see.
anniversaries going forward are just going to be Super Nintendo games.
Yes, Zach, I see you have your hand up.
you mentioned the Super Nintendo. Maybe if we find time, we could also find time to do the Game Boy Advance version
Where he
and
yells
finally
all the
play Four
time.
Swords. Finally play Four Swords together.
That would be fun. We've talked about that for many years now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it for this episode. Zach, any plans this weekend?
Yes, I will be making a collecting themed video this weekend.
Fun.
Depending on how what's the word, productive I am today, maybe it goes up tomorrow, maybe it goes up Monday. But I'm gonna have Excel spreadsheets on screen. I'm gonna have video games showing off. I'm looking forward to it. I already got some stuff mapped out. I just need to do it now.
Hell yeah, that's exciting.
So I got a question for you, actually. So I shouldn't be talking about putting out a video, but there's one video I've been waiting forever for. You said you're gonna do a tier list this episode, but where's my complete the set WarioWare? This has
Yeah,
been
so
2 years in the making. I'm waiting.
I agree. It's an atrocity. I still have a folder on my desktop called WarioWare Completing the Set Video. Um, I think I've decided at this point what I'm going to do is I will work on that in earnest when the next WarioWare is announced, and I will try to coincide with that game being released.
Okay, that's fair. That's
So,
fair. Hopefully they don't discontinue it, but that's fair.
Don't put that into the universe. Tyler, any plans this weekend?
Going to Jonathan's brother's birthday thing, so we're going to like a little, well, it's not really little, it's a buffet type thing. It's actually the largest buffet in like the country,
That's
and
fun.
it's like 45 minutes from my house,
Nice.
an
I think
hour
you've
away. I
mentioned
don't know.
going there for another occasion before.
Yeah, if you go on your birthday, you get in for free and
Hell
stuff.
yeah.
So it's like a little Amish country type thing. But on
Shout out to
Saturdays,
Amish
it's
country.
like steak and seafood day or whatever. So you get like New York strips and all this stuff. And
Hell yeah. Some lobster
good time.
tail.
Good time. Good time.
Damn.
And then all the other standard stuff they have.
Good shit.
Other than that, not really. Just play some games.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I think that's all I should be good because I have more than one video script written for like scripted content, which I haven't obviously done much of, so I should actually just pony up and do that. I also have I don't think I mentioned on the show. I have a literal like like 2x3 box of mother merchandise I ordered from Japan, and I still haven't shown it off because I meant to do an unboxing video for it. So maybe I'll do some recording this weekend too. Hopefully. But other than that, I
Maybe I'll
think
finally do a video.
I'm sorry.
Maybe I'll finally do a video.
Yeah, and then I would like to just keep playing more Resident Evil. Obviously I'm going to be playing 8 more with my wife. But what do you guys think I should play next? Let's have a little vote right now because I need to still play, the original
All right.
PS1 trilogy. I need to play Code
Since
Veronica, Zero. A lot of the old
no,
ones I need to play still. So
yeah, a lot of the old ones. So I feel like you really like Leon Kennedy. So I feel like you should save Leon Kennedy and Resident Evil Gaiden on the Game Boy Color.
that's
That's what
true.
the
I
story
think you
is.
play as Barry and you go to save him, right?
hmm Save Leon on a boat. So
That's
I
fun.
really want to get that. Like getting into Resident Evil lately, I'm like, damn, it's kind of like a grill for me
That's an
now 'cause
expensive game
it's
though
hard to
too. I think
find.
that's like over a grand CIB, but it
I looked
looks
it up
really
on
cool.
I looked it up on eBay, and literally the only ones that are up are sealed.
Mm,
There's like 3 of them, and I'm just like, well, that sucks. They're
yeah,
like
that's
three
rough.
grand.
Yeah,
So you want a
that
sealed
might be a
one, but
convention game.
yeah, a store by me once had one complete, but they didn't have a price tag on it, so I don't know how much it was. But now it's not there anymore, so
Damn,
wasn't into Resident Evil at that time, or it
it'd be
might have
like that.
happened.
But I think that's gonna about wrap it up. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you share it with your friend, your coworker, your grandma. I'm sure they would all enjoy it. Please remember to call your parents when you think of them. Tell your friends when you love them. And we'll see you all in 2 weeks.
adios.
Bye.